That's where we left off. You were approaching the entrance to the Dragon's Head. Loxim, Raakuna, Fayanna, Gurdis, and Stacy.
Okay.
We continue our way to the magic shop.
Okay.
I walk up to the door.
Roll a strength check. No.
Okay. What?
The shop.
Must be a heavy door.
The shop is a single-story building. I don't remember if we recapped this last time, but I'm just gonna read it again anyway.
That's fine.
The shop is a single-story building of half-timbered walls with a reinforced wooden door. And as you see, the door is actually slightly open at the moment, so you can see in a little bit. And you notice that the floors are tiled mosaic. And above your heads, a small dragon's skull hangs over the hearth. And I did reiterate last time I remember saying this, that the dragon skull is not fake. It's actually like a real, genuine dragon skull. Of what you presume to be a baby. Most likely.
Did we
Any
determine
relation?
if Venom Fang was... I'm sorry. Did we determine if Venom Fang was bigger than that one?
Venom Fang is indeed bigger than that skull.
Yeah.
But you also learned that from Rayadoth that Venom Fang himself was actually young. He's not a baby, he was just a younger dragon, like a young adult.
Right. I'm sorry, Girders. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, any relation to Venom Fang? As a joke.
Oh, I see.
Roll
Looks
a
pretty
history check. No. I don't think you're gonna get anything from that skull.
I was saying we should have brought his head here. Maybe we could have done something with that.
I
Especially
still
if we
have.
already popped it off.
I still have that dragon meat that's rotting away in my sacks, and some dragon webbing as well.
The smell is increasingly getting more putrid as hours
I
go by.
I just throw another pound. I throw another pound to Stacy.
And she eats it willingly.
Got 8 pounds of dragon meat left.
It's 8 more times you could feed her. Well, anyways, I open the door.
Okay. Fayanna marches ahead, pushing open the door as she walks in. You see at the back of the room a counter, and actually sitting on top of the counter is a male halfling named Mado.
M-A-D-O?
Yes.
Motto.
As you walk in, he looks to your party and kind of shifts his eyebrows a little bit, just glancing over your party. You kind of notice that he's dressed a little bit more eccentric than most, very gaudy in his wear. And he kind of beckons you over. Come in! Come in!
What was this fella's name again?
Mado.
Gaudy?
Mado.
Otto. Otto Motto.
Otto Mado.
Hello, sir.
I'm just gonna say
Um,
Motto.
We were coming to look at some of your wares.
Indeed, look all you want, just don't take. And he kind of just waves his finger playfully at you guys.
Why is everyone so fucking weird around here?
I find him. I find him
I
adorable.
love this place.
What does
You
Motto
would.
look like? What race is he?
He is a halfling, a male halfling. Further description, his clothes are kind of like, almost like what you would imagine like a court jester's almost. Like it's really eccentric, bright colored. It's like a mix of purple and blue, almost like half and half. He has no chin hair, no cheek hair, just a mustache that's like long and kind of spins like you would, like a really fancy kind of mustache almost.
Like a bicycle handle
Yeah,
mustache.
just twirled upward instead of just hanging down. It's
So
very...
how's business, Motto?
Oh, my business is always booming. For the right price. My wares are
Of course.
a little more expensive than most places, but the efficiency of my items definitely prove that the price is correct.
What do you sell?
Your mom. No.
Whoa! Wow.
Whoa!
I sell many
Whoa.
things, from oils to finer, improve your weapons, potions that can cause you to breathe fire, or cure potentially fatal wounds. We
What
have
about
a...
weapons? You got any weapons? breathe fire.
We actually don't sell weapons here. There are
This place sucks.
There are other places more common around that sells such barbaric things.
Where can I go to get a staff?
Probably the last place we were at.
Way to drop the fucking ball.
You had to go hang out with those hobos, did you?
Yep.
I see you haven't visited the Dented Shield then, because that's a pretty common item around this part.
What do you know of Otavik by chance?
We're lovers.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised. He does seem to swing a little south, if you know what I mean.
I haven't actually met him, but from hearsay around Neverwinter, I hear he's a pretty upstanding guy.
Was
Oh,
a
he-
very genuine and nice and honest fellow, so I can agree to that attestment.
Well, maybe you have some insider information. He used to be here in the Protector's Enclave, but
That is
I've
true.
heard rumors that he was ushered out.
Yes, the townsfolk are, shall I say, small-minded. They don't care for orcs around here, which I guess is understandable. Orcs do kinda...
Even the half kind.
Even the half-kind, because physically, how can one tell if he's half or full? Because he looks simply like an orc.
Well,
Yeah.
as someone who's had some experience with orcs, they do look vastly different in my opinion.
Well, you've seen Otavik. What is your opinion? Does he look half to you?
Hey, can
It's
we
a-
have our
I think-
tokens on the map?
It's just mine for now.
It's...
We're
I
all
usu-
moving as a party.
Yeah, because it just makes it easier.
I think he was asking you, Fayanna. Did Otavik look any different than the
I'm
orcs
sorry,
that were...
Mom was talking to me a second ago. What was that?
Who's this mom? I want to meet mom.
I thought your mother was killed in a raid.
Whoa, this is a lot, guys. You need to get out of here.
Mom, supposedly still alive. But anyways, continue.
Okay, sorry.
I was simply addressing the fact that you think half-orcs can be discerned from real orcs, so I was curious, in your opinion, does Otavik look different from any other orc?
Absolutely. Half orcs are generally smaller than orcs. Orcs are often more brutish. And Radovic himself, I mean, is a nice, genuine fellow. I don't know his lineage, obviously, but he's an all-around good guy as far as I can tell.
I think the problem, though, is that they're not willing to learn or get to know him. They just judge him from his outside appearance.
Precisely, my point. If you were a small and quite simple, let's say human peasant folk, and you were looking at an orc who was coming at you whether running or walking, I would be inclined to say that you would be terrified, considering all the orc raiding parties that slaughter families near here.
I'm all too familiar with that.
A harsh perspective, but just the reality that the Protector's Enclave lives in, I suppose.
It is true, and as a halfling, I have been ridiculed as well. Not as badly as the orcs. We halflings are accepted, along with the dwarves and elves, but there is a degree of racial tensions here.
I would say my stay at the House of Knowledge and my pursuit of scholarships, no one really did take me seriously. All assumed that dwarves and their lowered stature also had lower brain capacity.
Well, I mean,
I
you kind
always-
of proved them right when you failed out.
I mean, I
Oh
was
my.
an exception to the rule, I suppose. I don't know. But usually when I was approached for my stupidity, I approached them as well with my fists, so...
That follows the well-known trope of dwarves. More anger than brains, but... I know myself, I've met quite a few dwarves in my time, and I know that's not the case. For that is just
Well-
person nature.
As much as I like this civil conversations motto, I do believe we need to talk brass, and I believe
Yes.
my compatriots are interested in your magical wares. Do you have any deals or anything interesting you'd like to catalog for us?
Anything
I
on
c-
special?
I can... well, let me run through my list first. We have here an elixir of fire breath. It goes for 1,100 gold.
What?
It has multiple uses, it's not just one. And it can help you when you're in a pickle. I have an
Fire
oil.
come out of my ass.
It could potentially, yes. It could backfire, definitely.
You know,
In
Raakuna, I think
such
can I
a-
have some gold. I want to try this.
Such a
No.
simple hand. Oil of greater magic weapon, +3, is 1,100 gold as well. It definitely helps benefit and sharpen that already sharpened blade if you need a little bit extra oomph.
I think we need to look at your bargain bin motto.
Oh god. These
I
okay.
know.
Oh, the cheapest thing that I've got is a potion of what they call jump.
Ooh. Jumping, and I just kind of elbow Raakuna. Hey,
Eh?
jump.
What? Were you looking at me like I don't want that?
Big guy
trying to
like you
teach
can
you
probably
how to
jump
barter.
high enough.
I mean, I think the little one would want that.
No,
Yeah.
no. I want the one where I can fire out of my ass. I want that.
I like you.
Well,
I don't.
try, Loxim, I whispered, try to negotiate a fairer price.
Yes, let's negotiate.
Oh,
As
God damn it.
he perks
heard
up
me.
his ear.
Okay.
He has
okay,
actually really good hearing.
Loxim.
Okay.
Unlike
Well,
the
well,
old man that
well.
runs the Tarmaloon, I have very good hearing.
Oh,
Okay, well.
you know
You know
him.
the man that runs the Tarbaloon?
We had runnings with that man earlier. He was quite flaky.
Very
Yeah,
like
he's got one
In a
foot in the
literal
grave,
sense.
I believe. It won't
Okay,
be long
well-
before his son takes over the shop.
What do you want besides gold?
Oh, gold. I'm a man.
Okay.
I have simple needs.
Is there anything
Okay.
you need? Any labor done, or potentially any like errands you need ran
You got
for
any,
you?
you got any
Or a
bounties?
job?
I don't have any bounties, but I do potentially trade for my items if the value is worth it.
Go on.
I mean, that's it. Do you have anything to trade?
well, how
I
about
can give you this piece of ass.
Oh,
All
no.
right, you get everything. Get in the back.
All right, guys. I'll see you in about an hour.
No.
I cannot let this degeneracy commence in my
Gurdis,
very
I
piss
presence.
off.
will-
This is my business, not yours.
I will say, in terms, if you're not looking for specifically an item, but I also can give you some information potentially, maybe some hot
What can you
spots
tell
in
us about
Neverwinter.
this? What can you tell us about
Well-
this gang?
What gang? There's plenty of gangs.
The Nashers
match.
gang.
The Nashers. I don't like speaking about them too much around here.
Where can we start to find them?
Well, they're all over the Black Lake district. They don't like to be out in public unless they're terrorizing some household for cash, but that's mainly their inhabitants. They stay away from the Protector's Enclave for the most part.
I'm gonna slowly whisper to Raakuna. Hey, you think they'd be mad if I made another scene right in the middle of town again?
Oh.
Yes.
He's just
Think that
picking.
would-
He's picking at his nails right now while you guys are talking.
Fayanna, didn't you when this halfling might know something about your, hexblade, perhaps?
Well, if he's inclined in the magical arts, I'm sure he might have some information. And speaking to the halfling,
His
would you
eyes
like to
are
take-
drawn towards you as you're speaking.
do have a very curious item that I would like you to take a look at, but I do need to tell you, please don't touch it for your own safety. And
And
I
why would that
summon the
be?
Hexblade. I summon the hexblade in front of him, and
Mhm. He doesn't
like,
look too
put my arms
phased.
outstretched towards him, and have him examine it because it'll burn to the touch.
Oh, I think I'm quite alright. And he snaps his fingers, and the hexblade actually leaves your hand and appears onto his counter.
Now wait a minute.
Okay, that's new.
And as he ships, magical energy just kind of comes from his fingertips and kind of just envelops and swirls around the hexblade. It turns the hexblade just over and over. And as you see, his eyes kind of, they don't like full-on glow, but they kind of lighten up a little bit. You can tell that he's pretty chocked full of arcane energy. The weave is truly like strong in him. He flips it around and looks it over more. And as it lowers down, he actually, just looking straight at you, he actually grabs it, and nothing happens, and he hands it back to you, physically. And as you look at his hand, there's no burn mark on his hand.
Ooh, well, can you
Bravo.
tell me anything about it?
I can tell you that you're definitely a warlock, and I can tell you there's multiple people that are trying to infuse their magic in your blade. One of these
Oh.
sees to kill you. The other, I'm not so sure. Their motives aren't very clear.
See.
I would just highly advise, if you ever feel the need to kill with that blade, I'd probably think twice about it.
That's a fair assumption.
I think the blade is hungering for souls?
It's definitely hungry for power.
That's alarming. Just leave the killing to me, Fayanna.
Well, if we need to defend ourselves, I will not hesitate.
As of right now, I can tell that while that hex blade, he knows what it is,
Right.
is strong indeed, it is not even a fraction of its true potential. But the energy that's fed into it might end up being your undoing one day.
I
But
fear
that's
that might
just
be the case.
hearsay. He goes
Well,
back to
thank
picking
you
his
for the
fingers.
information. Either or.
Well, at least you finally learned something about it.
Oh, by the way, Hunter, this shield that we
Hunter.
took from DM, I should say.
The gods.
The gods. I'm speaking to the gods right now.
Ball
What
responds.
is the shield that I have? Is it just like a regular shield, a +2 to AC, and then with the blade thing?
You
What does that
did
do?
an Arcana check. Okay, you actually want to know like the description.
Like the description and the stats.
Okay, give me one sec. It doesn't really. It's a regular shield, stat-wise, like AC +2, all that garbage. But here is the thing.
I know
Okay,
you sent me a picture of it.
I'm just gonna read the whole description. This finely crafted but otherwise non-magical shield, which you already knew it was non-magical, has a bladed edge, which you can retract, giving the shield the appearance of a normal shield, or extend on your turn by pressing a button on the grip, which you accidentally did when you grabbed the shield. On your turn, if the shield is bladed, you can use a bonus action to make a melee weapon attack against a creature within 5 feet of you with the shield itself. On a hit,
Whoa.
the creature takes 1d6 slashing damage.
Okay. And that's with a bonus action?
That is a bonus action.
Ooh.
So you essentially have a bonus, you have an attack if you wish to use your bonus action for that.
Okay. And to retract the blades, that's that's part of the bonus action?
Yeah,
Or like yeah. Turn them on and off essentially.
yes.
Okay. Neat. Yeah, I totally just forgot about that, but that's nice. And you said it was 1d6?
1d6 slashing damage.
Well, unless anyone decides to partake in Moto's wares. I do feel bad for just coming for information, but I do assure you, Moto, we will be back with coin after seeing what you have to offer.
My information isn't free,
What?
but since I didn't bring that up to you before, we'll say it's 1 gold. Call it on the house.
I'm gonna
For
try
the
and
most
I'm
part.
gonna try and stealth out of there.
I'm gonna flick Moto a gold piece. Does he catch it?
As you flick it in the air, it actually disappears, and he doesn't even look your direction. It just vanishes.
I draw my axe. Oh god.
Really?
Moto
No.
looks up at you, nonplussed, just like you're nothing.
Do you do enchanting here as well?
I've dabbled, but it's been quite a long time.
Okay. Well,
My enchantments tend to be a little too much for ordinary weapons.
I see.
Cocky little bug,
One.
aren't you?
Would you be able to enchant this shield by chance?
He raises a hand and levitates it off of your back and brings it over, and he spins it. Looks it over. I think if I put any magic into this, I think it would crumble. It doesn't look to be very... I wouldn't say very well kept, but it's definitely been
It's not.
used over a long period of time.
Let's say if I were to get it, say, refurbished, would that be something you potentially would like to work with?
I can try, but no guarantees it won't explode.
Well, we'll see. Depends on how much the cost is to refurbish it. Either or. Well, I believe that's all the business that I had. I don't know about the rest of my party members.
I might be willing to buy a little bit more information.
Okay.
It just occurred to me that I do not know the whereabouts of a Gordon Stout. Do you
One
happen
of the
to
Order
know?
of the Gauntlet.
Yeah, a knight captain in his own right, and my previous mentor who sent me to Phandelver on a mission. I returned to his home and he was missing, and there was a note on the door saying that his house was for sale.
Tell me before I answer this question. What is your relationship, truly, to this Gordon Stout?
Just he's a mentor of mine. We're just student teacher.
Are you sure?
Well, we may have a little bit more going into our relationship, but I was just never too sure, and she's just obviously nervously flustered at
Whoa,
the
this
prodding.
is spicy.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know what we were. I'd like to think we were more than just a thing, but
As
I
you're
don't know what it-
talking, you see on Mato's face, he almost has like a devious smile, just looking at you in your stupor and being flustered.
Oh,
And
you're
I'll-
fucked now.
my frustration is starting to turn into anger. I'm just like, well, what do you want to know? Why do you care so much? I just want to know where he's at.
You're just paying me. Well, you don't want to know. That's all you
Do you
want to
not
know
have
is
the
where he's
answers?
at. I can give you more than the answers. Set 5 gold on the table.
I set 4 gold on the table. Well,
Cheeky. He snaps his fingers, and the shield actually once again is levitated, and it actually is it slams, like, not angrily, but aggressively, into Gurdis's chest, and at impact, Gurdis, the rest of you don't see this, flashes of memory kind of just envelop. You don't know if it's your memory or whose memory it is, but you see back into Gordon Stout's room, and you see a figure laying down in bed, and you look over, and as you look over, you see the head just kind of turn to the right, and then it flashes again. And then next, you're seeing banners strewn about the streets of Neverwinter. It's raining that day. People look sad for some reason. And as you see soldiers to your left and right marching with their heads down in respect for an
No.
event. And then a flash appears again and you drop the shield.
I throw the shield across the room and I leave. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Girders, where are you going?
I'm gone.
Hell,
He lifts his finger
Well.
at the shield. This is yours. I don't have a need for this. And then he puts it right back on your back. On Fayanna's back.
I say thank you, and then I run out to Girders.
Oh, and as you're leaving, he actually looks at Raakuna, which you guys don't hear this because you're already gone, but he looks at
Right.
Raakuna and says, "Tell that little one my condolences," as he smiles evilly and he just kind of floats into his back room.
what in the hell is going on here?
Girders. Girders, what did you see?
It's not important. He's gone.
How do you know?
I just either that wizard in there is playing tricks on me, or I mean, all the evidence lines up.
I finally catch up with you guys. Hey, that guy, he said his condolences for what that's worth.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
Sadly.
Well,
How can you believe a possible?
all you did was just stand there with a shield.
How can you believe a possible play?
That wizard's playing tricks on me.
So why don't we go to figure out if this is true or not?
You said he was part of an order. Can't we
The
go
Order
there
of the
and talk to
The
them?
Order of the Gauntlet. Many of their scribes reside in the House of the Knowledge. I don't know. Someone else lead the way. I'm just not in the mood.
Rakuna,
Well, we need to go there
What?
anyways.
lead the way.
I had some further questions about my weapon. I believe I know the way there. And
You do.
then
You
I-
both do.
okay.
As Gurdis was a student, and Fayanna, you dabbled there in your desperation when you first made your pact, looking for answers to something to help you in your situation. So you both
Loxim,
know where it's at.
Loxim, why would I lead the way? I don't know my way around here. These two lived here, for God's sakes.
You're a big
Well-
motherfucker, that's why.
I'll
Well.
lead the way.
As you
Let's
step
keep
out
up.
of that building, you do notice, though, that it's getting very dark.
Ooh.
Can I do
Like
an
what
investigation?
time?
It's actually, when you went to the Dragon's Head, it was dark. It was
Okay.
pretty well dark, so we'll say it's night. It is just genuinely
Okay.
night now.
Can I do an investigation check? Kind of peek around the house or around the shop and everything.
Sure. Roll an investigation.
What are you doing, Loxim?
Hold on a minute.
Are you just... okay, this is why we're perception investigations. Are you just perceiving, like, you're looking around, or you literally, like, the building is what you're going to look at? You're going to look at around...
Yeah, around the building. I want to see that, like, there's nobody from the Nasher's gang, like, chilling out in the, like, on the side of the house is gonna jump out
Okay.
at us, type of thing.
Then yeah, okay. Roll an investigation.
How's 20 sound?
I would say a 20 sounds great. You notice the building is clean. There is only 2 people in the alleyway to the left of the building, and it's not a couple you really want to deal with because they're currently in an act of probably paid love.
Okay.
The building, however, you do notice that the buildings to the left, while they're kind of your stereotypical, they're not really well cleaned. They're just general buildings. That the Dragon's Head is particularly really clean. For just it almost looks like it's out of place, almost.
Mm. Well, seeing how dark it is, it's actually probably a better idea that we just go there in the morning. We should find a place to rest our heads for the night.
It was
I
said
have
it was
dog-
dangerous around here, right?
It certainly
Perhaps.
can be.
Who said that to me?
Would I know of a tavern?
You look back, Amato hides.
Would I know of a tavern or an inn nearby?
I mean, if we're really desperate, we could stay at that one dead guy's house.
Are you sure that he's dead?
Gurdis?
She's just
Curtis
trying
is
to
eating a
fight.
sandwich.
She's trying to fight off tears, and she doesn't
Oh,
respond.
okay. let's
Gurdis
change the
is...
subject.
You can tell she's very shaken at the moment. She just kind of wants to be kept to herself.
I
Okay.
pet Stacy as we walk.
Stacy looks sad as well, kind of being in tune with the emotions of its master.
Okay. So
I have
let's
superior
make our
dark
way
vision.
to
Yeah.
the inn.
You can see.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Stacy, I don't know how we'll get her in any place. You think anyone will allow pets or something?
Just
We'll
let her
try.
sleep outside, chain her up or something.
We'll see.
I
We
guess.
can probably drop a little extra for them to look the other way if need be.
Or we
Alright.
can get ourselves out of this godforsaken city and make our way back to Phandelver.
Well, priorities.
If you say so.
And I'll lead the way to the closest inn.
Okay. The 2 that you know about, you don't necessarily know their location, is near the docks. There's the Driftwood Tavern and the Beached Leviathan. Both are taverns,
CD.
but I would say the Beached Leviathan is more of an inn.
Okay.
So how far down into the Blackleg district are we?
We're in
You're
the
not.
protectorate,
You're
I think.
back in the Protector's Enclave.
Oh, we are.
Am I close to where
Holy
we need to be at?
No.
Or, sorry, I didn't know exactly where we're at currently.
Can you not see?
The
I
little
see you
black dot.
pinging.
Is
Yeah,
the
I see
map
that.
black?
Oh, that's
No,
not black for me.
No. That's where we start. I didn't know how far we traveled yet.
Well, because
Well, let's
'cause
say
last I remember, it was the where that black dot is on the right side at the Black Lake District. That was the
The magical shop is in the
that's the
Protector's
Dental Shield.
Enclave.
Yeah, after you left last session, that's where we ended up going
Yeah.
with the Protector's Enclave.
I'll let you
Okay.
fumble about the streets. Just wander
Okay.
the streets where you wish.
Well, I'm not really leading anymore, so someone else can lead.
Yeah,
I'm currently taking a
I'll
mope
be
session.
leading the way.
well, you're the one that has to control the token.
So I don't know where
Yeah,
it is
exactly.
at all.
You know where one is in the Protector's Enclave, but it's north. And you actually didn't see any activity currently from it, but when you were at the Tarmaloon trade house, you could see it up on a hill. There was a bridge that extended upward into an island, and you saw a group of buildings up there. And you know that that's also an inn.
Okay, well, I think we'll make our way over there. Well, as I just kind of think to myself.
Okay.
How well lit is the roads?
They are pretty dimly lit.
Is it pretty active, or is it just kind of just a scattered people, or is it just dead empty?
It's a scatter of people of the night. A lot of, like I said, not necessarily dangerous people in the Protector's Enclave, but just a lot of scummy dealings, general just grossness happens at
I
night.
guard my pockets.
Yeah, I keep my coin purse close at hand.
So I'll switch, since Gurdis is no longer leading. Fayanna's token will be there, and you should be able to control Fayanna's token.
Okay, yep.
And you jump
Alright.
across 30 buildings.
Hold on. I gotta zoom in on the map.
Raakuna throws you like a javelin.
If you need to, it snaps into place. If you need to do freehand, just hold Alt and then click and move, and you can put it wherever you want, and it won't snap anywhere.
Okay. We are going to make our
I'm
way.
I'm gonna walk
Down
right
this
by
way.
side,
Um,
along on the right side of Fayanna, in front.
Okay, so Fayanna and Loxim are technically both leading the party, even though Fayanna is really directing everybody.
the inn where I think is that black dot up towards the northernmost part, right?
No. Can you not... You guys can see the names on the map, can't you?
Moonstone Mask.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because you can see it. You can see a
Yeah.
bridge with an island
Oh,
extending
I
off from the
see.
Tarmaloon.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see what you're talking about now. I didn't realize there was a little island.
yeah.
Okay. Yep. So we're gonna make our way down this way.
Okay.
I can't really tell where the streets are behind the name.
Is
Let
it
me
alright
see.
if I just kind of keep my eyes out, roll investigations every here and there just to make sure there's no sketchy shit going on?
Well, first, stop where you are.
Okay.
Where is Raakuna and Stacy and Gurdis?
We are trailing behind, or at least I'm trailing behind the leader of the pack.
Yeah,
right
I'm just
now.
following.
Well, what's the order though? Is Raakuna
oh,
next,
oh.
or is Gurdis next?
I usually tend to be in the back always, so.
Okay. So,
Raakuna can follow me.
all right,
I'll
we'll
be
see.
second at the back.
Rakuna's shadowing over everyone in the back as Gurdis trudges along next to Stacy. Okay. As you're walking,
We're kind of walking through a little side road there to get through there. It's kind of hard to tell the road with a name there.
yeah, it is. It just goes upward. As you're walking, a man walks up to your group. He appears to be drunk or drugged. You're not really sure. But he is walking and not paying attention as your party's kind of just talking. He actually bumps into Loxim. I'm sorry. And he kind of he shrugs past you, not really just knowing what he's doing. He just puts his hand on your shoulder and kind of pushes you out of the way and keeps moving on.
Look at this fucking dick.
Check your coin purse, Loxim.
I don't have a coin purse. They're all shoved in my pants. He didn't touch my pants, he touched my shoulder.
Just be sure. Check and see your money's there.
Yeah, everything's here.
Okay.
Roll an investigation on yourself.
4.
Okay. As you empty your pockets, you just kind of look through, heeding to Fayanna's word. You notice 30 gold is gone. And as you turn around, the man is gone as well.
I'm actually gonna turn around. With my dark vision, I want to do an investigation check, figure out where the fuck he went.
Okay. In a panic, you kind of freaking out, looking around at everybody. You turn around, roll an investigation. Oh my
shit.
god!
Natural 20. Give me my fucking gold, you little bitch.
Nature itself helps you track down this man. So you sit there in kind of a focused rage. Your senses of hearing really pick up, and you hear steps like hitting the ground hard and fast, and they're running south and then cutting. Well, actually, according to the little compass, running east and then heading north.
Towards like right here where the Wing Tavern is.
So right there.
Did he
Right
steal
there,
some money
okay.
from you?
Stole 30 gold, I'm going after his ass.
Alright,
I
let's
take
go.
off after him.
Loxim leaves the party and just bolts down that road.
I
That's ain't
don't.
righteous. We gotta stop that thief.
I don't
I go
keep
too.
pace. I don't keep pace with them, but I follow slowly with my
Raakuna,
hands
throw
in my
me.
pockets.
Raakuna, throw me, please.
Where?
That way.
Loxim points down towards the street. You can just see his hand pointing down the alleyway that heads north.
Raakuna, please.
So you're
throw
about
me. I
here.
need this gold.
Are you sure about this?
Yes,
No.
do it.
Okay, I'm gonna throw him.
Alright, roll a strength check.
Yes.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Okay, strength, that should be +3.
Oh, come on. It's
14?
okay.
Okay. As Loxim looks up at Raakuna and yells, "Throw me!" Raakuna just shrugs his shoulders and picks him up begrudgingly. One hand, almost like he's holding an Olympic javelin, just launches the tiny fucker down the street. You just see Loxim's feet and his ass as he poofs straight into the darkness and he's gone. And you hear a thud, and you hear a guy go, "Oh, god damn it!"
Give me my gold, bitch.
I don't
Now.
know what you're talking about.
All right, I'm actually gonna. I want to punch him straight, just dead in his jaw.
Roll a strength
I
check
try
as
to catch up
well.
to him.
Fianna has caught up. Fianna and Raakuna both catch up, and you see Loxim standing on top of a fallen down, dirty-looking human who's laying on the ground right now.
Charge up in
You said,
Elven class and just hold it in my hand in
You
a
said.
threatening tone.
You
Sorry.
said strength, or do you want like a dex? Since
If you're gonna full-on just punch him as hard as you can in the jaw, it's gonna be a strength.
5.
Okay. You, in your fit of rage, you punch him. It's almost like a slap. You hit him in the jaw, but it doesn't really phase him any. It's almost like him being drunk just kind of numbs the blow. He's like, "Ah, what'd you do that for?"
I'm gonna do it again.
Oh my god. Okay. He kind of... I'm gonna have him roll. He's gonna attempt to roll to kind of roll himself away from you and knock you off in a drunken stupor.
But instead, this time, I don't want to punch him with full force. I want to punch him dead square in the chest.
Okay.
Precise.
He rolled a 15. He just kind of drunkenly just puts his hand on your face and kind of pushes you onto the concrete ground and starts shrugging himself up and stands up.
Was this after the slap? Because I never rolled the next hit.
No,
Well, he had
but
a turn, too.
you hit,
Are we?
and then he responded to it. So he
Have
tried to
we,
get you off after you slapped him.
Have we caught up with the fray yet?
Yeah, you're slowly approaching. You're close enough to where you can
Alright.
see, but you're not
I'm
caught
gonna.
up all the way yet.
I'm gonna interject and say, "Empty your pockets, vagrant."
I don't... Pockets.
Now, empty your pockets, vagrant.
Fayanna, fire!
A
I
fire?
Elven class at his feet.
He starts pulling at his clothing and just looking around like he's super disoriented.
This guy's obviously not all the way there right now.
One of our compatriots
All
is
an
missing
act,
some money
yeah.
after you bumped into him. Care to explain?
Can I roll an insight check to see if he is playing drunk
Spanking.
Sure. Go
or
ahead.
if he's legitimate? Okay. Ah, jeez, I have a -1. It's fine. It's fine.
Gurdis, after asking, what'd you ask again? You were asking.
Empty your pockets, you vagrants. That's
You
what I
said someone lost gold,
Yeah.
and he
I
just.
said one of our compatriots lost money after you bumped into him clumsily.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I wasn't asking you a question. I was telling you to empty your pockets right now.
Help! I'm being robbed. You don't see anybody else around, so he's just calling out into the dark.
Casually.
Yeah, just kind of not like he's not screaming, but he's talking a little louder than normal, just like a
So just normal.
poor, yeah, a poor way to call for help. Fayanna, sensing something's off, kind of looks him over, and as far as you can really tell, he does look like something is causing an intoxicating effect around him. You can't really tell.
Is he stopped in place?
He's standing in front of you guys, but he's almost not even paying attention to you. He's just looking
Did you
around,
get a good
pulling
read
at
on
his
this fellow,
clothing.
Fiona?
I'm gonna get pretty much right up to his face, point my hand with a charged Eldritch Blast right next to his ear, and shoot it right past his head.
Okay.
While they're doing this, can I like sneak around to his backside to try and pickpocket him?
First, Fiona, roll to hit.
Okay. Roll to hit,
Yeah.
even though I'm intentionally missing.
There's a reason for it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Fuck. What is my?
And as you're doing this, as you're kind of threatening him, and he's looking a little bit towards your direction, Loxim, using his size, kind of sneaks around, and you attempt to reach in his pocket. So roll a sleight of hand check.
18 for the Eldritch Blast.
17.
Okay. This is happening simultaneously. As Fayanna charges the Eldritch Blast, he just looks at it and is like, what? And you see his face get a little bit more stern. Like, it looks like he's almost a little bit more with it. And he looks directly at you. You fire the Eldritch Blast, and you fire it past his head, but you didn't take into account that there's buildings nearby. And your Eldritch Blast actually hits one of the buildings and causes a little mini explosion and blows a hole into one of the houses nearby, causing a lot of noise and ruckus. And in this instant, Loxim, in a swift move, as the guy's paying attention to the Eldritch Blast, reaches into his pocket, almost immediately just pulls out the bag, and you don't know the amount because it's instantaneous, but you can feel that it's heavy and it feels like there's something in it.
Okay.
We should get out of here before any guards investigate that.
Can we try and knock this guy unconscious?
As all this happens, he actually, and he's not even going to roll for this because you're right next to him, his moves seem more sharp, and he seems a lot more with it now. He actually puts his hand on Fayanna, shoves her to the ground, and takes off running in a full-on sprint.
Oh.
From the ground, I mean, are we, like, is this initiative, or are we just kind of rolling with it?
It's whatever you guys want to do.
I'm
He
gonna be on the
is
ground, I'm gonna roll.
fleeing, so he's not attacking you. He pushed you out of the way to flee.
Can I look in the sack that I just got?
Hold on.
Yeah, let's leave the scene. Let the man go. Let's get out of here.
Loxim looks into the bag, and
I
you
want to see what he got.
You don't count because like I said, it's happening instantaneously, so you don't have enough time. But you look in it, and you do see gold, but you don't know how much gold.
Let's get out of here.
I cast a Mage Hand in order to. I'm not sure if I can do this, but I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and see if I can't have it grab his foot and cause him to trip.
I don't believe Mage Hand can be used like that. You can only be used on items and objects, not people.
Okay, then let's do this.
Have it pick up a box or something around us. Throw it
Hold
at him.
on just a second. Well, Mage Hand is not supposed to be strong either.
As you guys are standing about, you see lights start turning on in nearby
Let's
houses.
Get the fuck out of here.
The guy is...
Fiona, just
am
knock
I
it off.
missing
Let's
anything?
go.
I disappear. Fuck these guys.
would have to check, but that's gonna take time.
Alright, I get up and
Let's take off towards
dip
Gordon
off to the
Stout's
shadow of
house.
the party.
Okay, one at a time. Fayanna first.
Okay,
What
am
are
I
you
rolling?
doing? No, what are you doing?
Well, I just kind of grunt off in a huff and get up and start running with the rest of the party.
Okay, so she's gonna join the group. Raakuna, what are you doing during all this?
I was gonna say something to the guy, but he just ran off. So as long as we got the gold, Raakuna believes justice was served.
I
Okay.
think that we should just go to Gordon's house. We know exactly where it's at. It's empty. There's not a lot of commotion there. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Loxim was wanting to get the fuck out of here. Gurdis, what are you doing?
I'm already at Gordon's house.
Okay, Gurdis had left a while ago. Stacy is also gone. You actually don't know where he went. You just know that he left somewhere.
She.
So
Don't
you-
dare misappropriate my gender.
Oh, did I say he?
It's alright.
Like,
Well,
okay, well,
regardless, 3 of the party currently doesn't know where Gurdis is, and you're running up the street just away from the scene of the minor explosion.
Let's go.
for a couple streets and then kind of dip off to an alley.
It's
Wait a
wherever
minute.
you want to go. I'm watching
Go to Gordon's
wherever
house,
you go.
damn it.
Well, first off, we gotta make sure there's no heat on us.
Can I do an investigation check? Turn around. Make sure no one's running after us.
You need
While
perception.
moving, it would be perception because you're not actually looking at anything. You're just seeing if
That's
people are
fine.
around while moving, so it'll be at disadvantage. That's a nat 1.
Yeah.
Ew.
You cannot tell
I'll
shit.
take
You are in
that.
so much of a panic to get away from that scene that you can't tell what's going on at the moment.
Well, let's we're gonna keep running towards Gordon Stout's house.
Okay.
Raakuna, can you throw me again?
Again? For what?
The party runs down the street. You're going to the closest residence that you know to kind of dip away from the heat. As you approach, you notice the door is already open. And as you go in, Gurdis is sitting at the kitchen table. Stacy is actually able to get through the doorway of this place. She can't go beyond the kitchen, but she can sit in there. And she's actually like sniffing at all the cabinets, and Gurdis is just kind of sitting at the table, looking a little down. And she perks up and looks towards your group as you guys walk through the entrance.
Quick, close the door.
Letting in the breeze.
You shut the door.
Um,
In this area, lights are not on. It's still dark over here.
okay. Because we ran, I don't know how the distance works in here, but we ran a good distance, I would say.
Yeah, this town is absolutely huge
Okay.
city.
Okay, so now we're just kind of relaxing. Okay.
I want to count
Everybody
the
have their
gold.
valuables?
Do what?
I checked myself because he was the last one to shove me.
Roll an investigation check, and while you're doing that, Kyle, Loxim just takes out the bag and dumps the gold all over the table. And as you start counting it, you get up to 28, you get up to 29, 30, but you can continue counting. And as you keep counting, you go almost, you're at 50, 51, keep counting, you get up to 60, 61, keep counting, you get up to 75 gold.
Looks like he was doing this all night.
Had to have been
So add 75 gold from.
8.
You lost 30, so you got a net profit of 45.
I make my way to the
You
bedroom.
deserve it.
Gurdis just stands up from the table while all this is going on, this ruckus, and she goes up to Gordon Stout's room.
I'll talk to her in a moment. But
What was your
first,
check?
It was 8.
Okay. As you can tell currently, if we're looking over your clothing and stuff like that, everything does seem to be in order, as far as you can tell.
I have all my gold.
As far as you can tell.
I can't count it.
No. I mean, if you want to, go ahead.
I'll count my gold.
Okay.
I'll count my currency. I'll spend 10 minutes to count it.
Fayanna, looking at Loxim in desperation, also dumps her gold onto the table, keeping it away from the gold that was spilt earlier, and starts to count it.
Is it all there?
As you see, you count through, and it looks like everything's there, gold-wise.
Good. I've had a run-in with a thief like that prior. They
Do you still have
act
your
like
shield?
they're drunk. I mean, I assume so. I would think I would know if I was missing that.
You look
What-
at your
what do you
back, and the shield is actually... No.
I would be
No.
so fucking pissed.
I would have to roll... If I had him roll a nat 20, then yeah, I probably would have and had an excuse, but no.
Okay.
I think we should just take a long
As far as
rest
I can
here.
tell, I'm not missing anything.
As far as you can tell.
Okay.
Let's
That's
just
fine.
take a long
I'm
rest
okay
in
with
here,
that.
call it a day.
After I count my gold and all that and make sure all my stuff is in order, I go up to find Girders.
Fayanna tracks down Gurdis, follows upstairs. Raakuna, what are you doing?
He's jamming.
No, not jamming.
Fucking rocking out. Everyone comes up to the house, to Gordon's house, wondering why there's noise in there.
I'm looking out the window to see if anyone followed us.
Okay, Gurdis is peeking out the window. As far as you can tell, there's no lights, no activity. You do very faintly down the way see lights, but it's very far off. It's not anywhere near you guys. And a lot of the sound is going away from you, not towards you.
Looks like we're in the clear. I close the curtain and then pet Stacy.
Okay. You pet Stacy, who kind of perks her head, and she starts like doing a little shimmy, like she's itchy, and you're satiating that itch.
Alright, do we just take a long rest then?
Well, 3 of your party hasn't said that they want to take a rest. 2 are currently in an interaction. You may start resting if you wish.
Alright, I'm just gonna fucking start resting then.
Okay. You flop on the table, laying amongst your gold, and you start attempting to go to sleep. So Loxim slumps off. Raakuna, is there anything else you want to do?
Is there any place big enough for me to rest?
Yeah, I mean, you can fit through the
floor.
house. There is
Okay.
the living room that has the fireplace. I mean, there's the floor. There's a chair. If you want to just fall asleep on the desk. There's a
Surely you can
bedroom
pull out your
upstairs if you
bedroll
want
and
to go
lay on
up
the floor
there
if you
and
wanted.
just flop in the middle of Fianna and Gurdis.
I'll pull out my nice custom-made bedroll and sleep by the fire.
Okay. Raakuna very
Sweating his
gingerly
ass off.
lays down his little like knapsack and lays upon it next to the fire
Tell me
that's
it has,
out.
like Randy Savage on the outside.
Huh?
Tell me it has like Randy Savage out on the outside.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Um,
Snap into a Slim Jam.
his trademarked sleep sack.
Okay.
And
Anyways, I'm
upstairs, Fayanna opens the door, and you just see Gurdis sitting on the right side of the disheveled bed. Just sitting there, kind of looking down, fumbling with her fingers, just sitting there.
Girders. Are you alright?
Just a little thirsty, and I produced the half-empty wine that was up there, and I take a sip of it.
I don't know if you should drink that.
I already took a sip of it.
Ew.
Fine sip,
Okay.
like a gulp or just a little bit.
Okay. Because I thought
Um,
we maybe thought that was poisoned.
You weren't sure.
Did not know that.
Okay.
I take a drink.
Whenever he did the investigation, you could tell that there was something in it. It just smelled off, but you didn't know what that was. It could have been anything. It could have been mixed with poison. It could have been mixed with another alcohol. You could put food in it. Who knows? It just something was off about it.
Took a gulp of it.
Ooh.
Okay. Gurdis drinks wine. Just sits there and looks up at you as she's drinking.
I sigh.
He was more of a mentor to you, wasn't he?
Yeah, was my lover.
I had a feeling.
In the distance, you hear, "I knew that."
What?
I mean, obviously, I'm not very secretive. I'm not really good at keeping secrets, but I mean, I always thought we were destined for great things, and this is my destiny now. To be alone in the world.
Well, I know we've hardly known each other for a little more than a week now, but I'm here for you if you need anyone to talk to.
Let me rest in Gordon's bed one last time.
Gurdis just, as you can see, like black rings almost under her eyes from being not only physically exhausted from you guys going at it, like traveling here, all the events that happened up until this point, and the mental exhaustion from the thought of Gordon Stout being dead lays upon the bed, and she's pretty well almost passed out from
Would you like
exhaustion.
me to stay in here?
I
Or
don't
would you like to be alone?
I don't even answer. I'm already asleep on the bed.
Gurdis,
Okay.
you almost hear her like silently snoring.
Well, I'm just going to find a cozy spot, somewhere close to Girders, but not, in her space or anything like that.
Bathhouse episode.
Yes, it's coming.
Fayanna sits next to the wall.
Well, before I do, I'll go down to the party and
Okay.
say, I think we're gonna rest here for the night.
As you go downstairs, you see Raakuna slumped asleep on the floor, and you glance over into the kitchen and see Loxim almost looking like he's dead on top of his money, sleeping on the table.
Well, I don't even say anything, and I go and make sure the door is locked, and I'm gonna place a chair next to it to kind of prop it closed.
Okay. The chair will help keep it closed, but when you first came into the house, the lock was
Yeah.
broke, so
Yeah, that's why I'm putting the chair there.
it's reinforced a little bit.
Okay. And I'll go back up and is there only just one room upstairs, or is it just the
It's-
bedroom?
It's just one bedroom upstairs.
Okay. Well, I'll go to the bedroom and just kind of find myself a cozy corner
Okay.
and drift off.
You lay down adjacent to Gurdis, but not in bed, up next to the wall, and you drift off and fall asleep. Hours go by with no activity. You don't even really hear anything outside of Gordon Stout's house, and waken to a little bit of light coming from the window. As it hits, the window is behind Gurdis, so the light coming in would hit directly in Fayanna's face, so it kind of it wakes Fayanna up. Downstairs, the light from the window in the room with like the bookcase and where you found the shield, light comes through that window and hits Raakuna and wakes him up.
Ugh.
I'm still asleep
You're
on the
out
table.
on your gold.
When I wake up, I kind of glance at Girders, see if she's awake.
As far as you can tell, she's still asleep. She does look a little like the blackness of her eyes aren't really too bad anymore, and she looks a little bit more with color, like, someone that got rest.
And obviously still breathing, I assume.
She is currently breathing.
Okay.
Eat my shit, motherfucker.
I'll get up and go downstairs and start preparing some rations for breakfast.
Okay.
Pet Stacy on the way down.
Stacy's downstairs.
Well, pet Stacy when I get down there.
Okay.
I mean, come on, why not?
As you go downstairs, you see Raakuna, who's awake. He's just looking over his equipment. He's rolling up his bed sack and putting it up. And as
Well, it looks like it's time. I play my
It's
trumpet
about
again.
that time.
Raakuna,
Of course you do.
Raakuna, do a performance check.
Okay, one minute.
And Fayanna, as she just kind of smiles and nods at you as she's heading into the kitchen.
Hey, awesome! Look at that.
20.
Nice.
You play a not super annoyingly loud, but loud enough to wake people, a nice jam out of your trumpet.
And I hear it.
Gurdis hears it and wakes up.
Oh, no.
Oh
No.
no.
Come on, everybody! Time to wake up.
What did you say, Hunter?
Gurdis woke up. Before this, we're going to do this systematically. Gurdis is waking up but hasn't stood up yet. And as you look over, Fayanna's in the kitchen dicking with shit. Loxim is still not awake. And as you look over at Loxim, there's like a huge pile of like almost solidified drool all over the gold and all over the side of the table that he laid on.
Okay. I just shake my head and continue on with preparing our rations for breakfast.
Fayanna starts to cook using the miscellaneous pots and pans that are inside the house. In what rations are there. A lot of the food that is there is not
I figured.
very healthy.
But just some of the rations that we purchased prior.
Okay, so you get through the bags and you start cooking miscellaneous meats that you have. Raakuna still
Something that'd be a
playing.
decent meal for us.
Yep. As Gurdis gets up, she sits at the side of the bed, and she feels a little off. And as she stands up, you just don't, your head starts like spinning, and you don't feel right. You get to the doorway, and you just hit the ground. You just instantly just fall and just slam into the ground, and you all downstairs hear the loud thump upstairs.
I don't hear
I
fucking
drop what I'm
shit.
doing and I
Well,
run up there.
let me reiterate, Loxim does not hear it, but Raakuna and Fayanna hear it.
I drop what I'm doing and go up there.
Okay, Fayanna goes upstairs, and as you are walking upstairs, you see this, like, greenish liquid kind of pooling down the top 2 steps, and you see little bits of, like, food you think is in it. And as you go upstairs, you see a completely out Gurdis laying there unconscious. And a pool of vomit is from Gurdis's mouth, and that's what's trickling down the 2 top steps.
Oh
I
no.
want to ask first. Between Fayanna and Raakuna, is that considered a short or long rest?
You all slept perfectly fine.
Through the
It was a
night.
long rest.
So it's everybody had a long rest. then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Let's see. I go to Girders and I try to like nudge her. Like, are you okay?
Okay. You start nudging her.
I can't respond, right? I'm unconscious.
No, you're unconscious.
Okay.
Raakuna, what are you doing?
Wait, did I go upstairs?
That's up to you.
Yeah, I saw everyone go upstairs. I'll just fucking go.
Well, the Fayanna's the only one that went upstairs. but
Kyle didn't go. Okay.
Loxim is out.
I'm gonna go lock him on the table and try to wake him up.
Okay. So Raakuna starts pounding on the table, and as you're pounding on the table, trying to wake Loxim, he doesn't respond. So you actually just shove him off the table, and when Loxim hits the ground, he wakes up, and there's gold stuck to the right side of his face, where the drill kind of stuck it directly there.
I just kind of imagine there's a couple of gold pieces stuck to his face.
Yeah.
Loxim, what are you doing?
What?
Did you sleep on
The
that
fuck,
table?
man? Well, yeah. I gotta sleep somewhere. You know how much I had to work for this?
The gold trickles off your face and hits the ground.
I mean, I threw you at him, but whatever.
I mean, do you want compensation for this?
No, not necessarily. I'm just like, why did you?
I'm just gonna turn around. I'm just gonna walk around and slap him on the ass. Good job, buddy.
Where are the
So-
girls?
So Loxim slaps Raakuna
I don't
on his
fucking know. You just shoved me
big
off the
ass.
table. How am I supposed to know?
Let's go see what they're up to.
Well, where are they? You tell me.
I don't know. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Shit.
Raakuna, getting annoyed, just yells at Loxim and marches off. Loxim takes a second to kind of pick up the gold pieces off the ground before joining. As you go upstairs, you see Fayanna panicking, super worried. She just looks, I don't know, it looks like she's off, shoving Gurdis, trying to wake her up. And there's no response from Gurdis currently.
She drank some of that wine last night that we thought was a little suspicious, and I think that might have something to do with this. I don't know what's going on with her.
You know what? Raakuna.
I tell Raakuna.
What?
Okay.
Raakuna, why don't we take this bottle and walk back down to the magic shop and see if this guy knows anything about it?
Or
Good, but
do you have any sort of healing magic that could help her?
I
Luna?
could. Yes. That. I mean, I could cast my healing word spell.
But she's already full health.
She's unconscious.
She's not prone.
I examine her. What's
Ian, is
she
she
look
rolling death saving throws?
No.
Okay. Just unconscious then.
like? Have
Currently.
you even tried to wake her up?
I've been trying.
When you went up there, you saw her shoving Gurdis, trying to wake her up.
This is bizarre.
So no effect from me, like trying to wake her up.
No, there's no response.
We could. Is there any sort of like doctor or anything around here? A healer?
Do
Anything?
I know of any hospital, doctor, you know, some sort of medical facility?
Not that you're aware of.
Hmm.
True love's kiss is the cure.
Oh
No.
God, no.
Shut up, you drunk bitch.
Loxim
As she
kicks
comes out from
Gurdis.
a tuber.
No.
Oh man.
I guess I'm at a loss. I don't really know what we should do about this.
I think we should at least try and take this bottle. If it's spiked somehow, this guy would know,
Is-
wouldn't he?
Is there anything left in the bottle, or did Gurdis drink it all?
She did not drink that much at all out of it. From
Okay.
what I recall, you said you sipped it, correct?
Either she's a lightweight
Yeah,
or
I
something's
took it.
fucked up with this.
I took a gulp out of the, just a gulp, and then went to bed.
Okay, I find something to cover the lid on it, and then stick it in my pack.
Okay.
Just kind of, just stuff a piece of cloth in there so it doesn't run out or something. I don't know. Or if
Okay,
I can
you-
find the cap.
Cork it with whatever you have. Seems to work.
Okay. I'll stick it in my bag and let's go see if we can find a guard and they can tell us where we can go to heal the sick.
Okay. So, you three leave Gurdis in the pool of vomit and go
Wait, what?
outside.
We're just leaving Gurdis here?
That's
What the
My
fuck?
saviors, Jesus Christ.
that's what you guys said you were gonna
Well,
do.
I said me and
Raakuna,
Raakuna.
grab
Yes.
him. Grab her. God damn it.
Easy enough.
Grab
I
the
sling
female with
Curtis
the
over my
penis.
shoulder. What?
I said grab the female with the penis.
Ugh.
Oh no. Grab Girders and let's go find a place where we can take her.
I did. I just slung Gurdis over my shoulder.
Okay.
Okay. You banged her off the ceiling, killed her. No. you
Oh,
picked
she's awake.
Gurdis up pretty easily, slinging her over your shoulder. The vomit splatters onto your back and the shoulder that you picked her up on. So you're kind of covered in vomit a little bit. You start walking down the stairs and step in the vomit as well as you're going downstairs. You all go
Vomit is
outside.
difficult terrain.
It's just slip and break your neck. You go outside and you see random miscellaneous people. There's not really too much activity on this street, but you just see kind of random people walking here and there.
Just kind of.
And someone broke their neck.
Walk out of the
What's that
house
sound?
and go find a town guard.
Is Stacy staying in the house?
Well, no. Well,
Stacy is
obviously-
following you guys.
Yeah.
She looks very concerned.
All right. Let's find a town guard or some sort of official that might know where we can take her.
Go to the Hall of Justice.
You lead the way.
Okay. Well, I'll be consistently looking for some sort of authority figure.
Okay.
Kind of just heading towards the Hall of Justice, I guess, because, you know,
Okay.
if they'd be anywhere.
I mean, all I gotta do is just make another ruckus and...
Alright, Loxim. Do your thing.
Alright. Here we go. I'm actually just gonna walk up to the Hall of Justice. Like, I want to just walk up there. I'm not making another fucking scene.
Okay, so we're just...
I'm just gonna walk up there and just ask them, excuse me, do you know by chance where a healer might be?
You see a man in kind of a dingy white robe bearing this mark of what you've already identified as Tyr. Comes up to you and looks over. What seems to be the problem?
Well,
Our friend...
our friend here decided that I just got a text.
Well, that's a nice cell phone.
Next, what is that?
Our friend here decided to take a little sippy poo of this here wine, and now she has vomited and has been green, completely unconscious.
Sounds like she's drunk to me.
Yeah, but green though?
I mean, is she green? She doesn't look green to me. She just looks
Well,
green from the
was
vomit.
green. Could you take a look at her, please?
He just kind of looks over at her. He doesn't look like he knows what he's doing, but he just looks over and he shrugs his shoulders and kind of shakes his head a little bit and goes, "It just looks like she's drunk."
Can you just tell us where a healer is, please?
We don't really have any medical facilities here. We have
What are you good for, you old bitch?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
He's my friend here. He's a little emotional at the moment. But please, is there any sort of healing temple or anyone that you know of that knows healing magic?
The only person that I know that has knowledge is ironically the person that runs the House of Knowledge. Maybe they have books on it. I don't know.
Oh Jesus, this guy's useless. I go find someone else that looks like they,
I'm
aren't
doomed.
a dimwit.
I'm
Shut up! You're not supposed to be talking.
Okay, so continue wandering.
Well, let's just go
Okay.
towards the House of Knowledge then. Wouldn't you say, Fayanna?
I mean, I guess that's where I would assume more intelligent people are.
Better than that, dumbass.
Okay, so we're just gonna.
You guys want a
slowly
pamphlet on
make our way
tier?
through.
As you guys are walking
No.
away.
And I shout no.
Fucking
Raakuna, you
Jehovah
doing
Witness.
okay?
yeah. Let's just get her somewhere.
Okay, we'll say since you are saying that you're gonna head to the House of Knowledge that you walk and you're there.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
Voom
already
there.
creating my new character right now.
Oh no. I'm pulling up my tab real quick.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
It's not, is it a bad thing?
I don't
We
know.
don't
is
know.
it? Well, here, that looks like the entrance to the House of Knowledge.
Alright. Alrighty, folks. As you approach what you know to be the House of Knowledge, you see a familiar stone construct, 2 pillars outside, steps that lead up into a great entrance. The entrance has no door, it's wide open. People come in and out at all times of the day. People tend to... It doesn't seem damaged or ransacked or anything, although it's got the familiar damage of what the most of the city has from what you learned from the volcano that erupted. I mean, but it doesn't look like it's been damaged by, like, people. Like, it's not been vandalized, I guess I should say.
Right.
As you go in, you see random people kind of just sitting around on the ground. A lot of people look like they're unkempt. Clothes are kind of ratty and tattered. There's miscellaneous races here. It's not just humans. There's humans, there's elves, there's a few halflings, there are a couple lizard folk sitting in the corner. Yeah. And as you go in, there's a lot of people that look very kind of down and out. And at the back of the room, you see a man holding a book. The man he's got a long white beard, he's got long white hair. He's got a red cloak on that I guess it's not necessarily a cloak. It looks more like kind of like a pirate's coat almost. He's got a satchel on the side with miscellaneous bottles and of miscellaneous liquids. He's got deep black sunken rings around his eyes. His eye collar is actually just pure white. You can't really see. And he's got a head wrap around his forehead that it just wraps around the main part of his forehead, around the sides and around the back, and it's tied off. And he's smoking a pipe, looking at a book.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know of any healing magic or someone who might know of healing magic?
He looks up at you, and as you get within like a closer distance to seeing who this man is at the back of the room, he puts down his book, and you identify him as the lore master of this place, someone that has taught you miscellaneous things, lore master Atlabast.
Ah, yes, I was about to say, is it Alabast?
Atlabast.
Aplabast, okay. I'm gonna call him Alabast, because that's what I have written down.
If you need the spelling, I can tell you now.
Yeah, just tell me now so I can correct it.
It's A-T-L-A
A-T-L-A
V-A-S-T.
B-A-S-T. Yeah, I literally had it as A-L-A-B-A-S-T. Alabast. Alright. Yes, but I tell him that. Do you know of any healing magic or someone who might know of?
He puts, he closes his book and looks over at you. Fayanna,
Do I know him?
you do. You identified before that you've actually been in the the Hall of Knowledge before.
Okay. Yes. Yes, Lore Master, I believe my friend here might be poisoned. Do you know of anything that could help with that? I don't know where else to go.
He puts down a book. He doesn't even put it like that. There's not really any tables up there or anything like that. He just sets it down on the floor. And as you also notice, there is random books like in piles towards the back of the room. A lot of them are damaged, some beyond repair. And he strokes his beard, and he looks up and he's like, "Who am I looking at?" He's talking about who your Raakuna's carrying.
This is my companion, Gurdis. She's a dwarf.
And his eyes kind of widen as he hears that name, because he also knows Gurdis. Gurdis, and he runs over, kind of pats her on the back, and she doesn't do anything. A little bit of vomit kind of just spills out of her mouth that was already pooled there from before.
I produced the wine bottle that was suspect, and she drank some of this last night, and she fell asleep and hasn't been the same since.
He takes the bottle, and he actually takes the little makeshift cork that you have out of it, and he swigs it himself.
Oh,
And hands the bottle back to you, and he looks around. He actually looks like he's got a decent amount of energy for an old man. He kind of just looks around and swishes it around in his mouth, and then he grabs the bottle away from you again and spits it back in there. And just kind of, he takes this old, like, really disgusting cloth that he had in his jacket and kind of just wipes his mouth and his tongue. And he looks at you and he goes, "That's been tainted."
I suspected as much, but I didn't know for sure.
I can't tell from here what kind, but it's definitely been tainted with something. Your friend looks like they're very sick.
What should we do?
He begins scratching his head and goes to the back of the room and he starts looking through books. As he's looking through, he starts talking. I don't have anything left on medicine. A lot of our books were damaged in the recent year. Starts thumbing through just quicker, starts looking through. And he finds this peculiar looking book. And as he's looking through, it doesn't say anything on the cover about medicine, but you see it and you actually notice that the title says Giants, Myths, and Legends, and it looks to be intact, and he kind of throws it to the side as he's looking through the pile. Keeps looking through, and he looks at you, and he just looks kind of curious, and a little bit more worried. He's like, "Follow me."
I follow.
So he starts walking. Let me see. He takes you to the back room where you see these stone staircases that lead downward into the underpass of the House of Knowledge. And as you're going down, you see that it keeps going and going and going for a decent amount of time. You don't know how far down you actually went, but it's been a long time going down.
How long did it take us to go down there? Like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes?
I would, and as far as stairs go, I'd say probably about 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. A little bit longer. Yeah, it's pretty well down.
Okay.
Meanwhile, me and Raakuna are just sitting here.
Did you guys not follow?
No, we did. I did.
Oh, we did?
I brought her with me, I assume.
Oh, well, yeah,
Yeah.
he's holding Gurdis, so he kind of had
Oh,
to.
yeah. Okay. Oh, I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
I would assume you guys followed.
You can
Alright,
stay
well,
up there if you
apparently we
want.
Followed. No, we followed.
Okay.
I thought it was just Fayanna that followed.
No.
Okay.
As you go down, it opens up into a large... Okay. As you follow Atlavas down the stairwell, passing torches spaced downward along the walls, it eventually leads into an open, well-lit room. The air is strong with the smell of must and ash. Upon the walls are text written in a strange language, and a black mirror, and 5 shadows from everyone's bodies are cast across the floor from the wall-mounted torches. On a nearby shelf are 2 books. one whose cover is damaged immensely, and the other seems in decent condition, despite some weathering. As you keep walking, there's a makeshift table that has miscellaneous books and items and stuff like that. Atlavas just knocks everything onto the ground and motions for you to put Gurdis onto the table.
I do.
Okay. You gingerly, I'm assuming, you don't slam Gurdis onto the table, like Kobeing him.
Flop her on the table like she's a fish.
You Kobe her onto the table. And she still,
she's
even with that, she makes no noise.
Okay.
Lays on the table. And he beckons you guys to come closer, and as you do, you walk up, surrounding the table. He looks back, and the door that seals off the stairways slams shut and locks.
What the fuck?
Atlavas starts, like,
going on?
furiously rubbing his forehead and just starts sweating profusely. And as this is going on, his skin begins to turn from the pale, pinkish color that you would expect from, like, an elder to more of a, not necessarily dark, but like a medium reddish color.
What is happening? Why are we here?
What?
His face
hell did I-
becomes into a reddish color, and his eyes also change color into more of a, let's say, like a dark red for his eyes.
Are you shitting me?
As
Like a
So
low
obviously,
sworn?
as
I've never seen him do this, right?
you've nobody that you know of has seen him do this. You've
Okay.
not heard anything about it.
Does he look more like a tiefling, or does he look like a
Like a
Cambion, or
Like
Uh,
a drow?
like a devil, or something?
Well, let me finish the description.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
As he takes the wrapping off of his forehead, you notice that two horn stumps that used to be there are filed down onto his forehead. And magic envelops him, and his true form appears before you. And as I don't really think any of you have had dealings with them, so you don't necessarily know what creature he is.
Atlavas, what the fuck are you doing?
I have to turn into my true form to perform the magic that I need
True
to save this
form?
person. I am a tiefling. Have you not seen a tiefling before?
Oh,
They're a pretty rare sight.
That's why I hide. I hide my appearance. But now's not the time for that. Do you want me to save your friend or not?
I
Yes,
think we should
please.
just kill her, honestly.
Out of character, Jared. Do you want to make a new character?
I'm making one right now. She's almost done.
Why are you
Like-
doing this?
She's a barbarian female dwarf.
Seriously?
It's
No,
up to
but
you.
like, really, you like?
No,
you
no,
wanna
no,
go
I
back-
don't.
Gurdis-
I want you guys to fucking
Gurdis
save me.
and
Okay.
no.
What is going on here?
Gurdis
Why are you guys
and
Shut up,
Gurdis and Jared have nothing to do with it. He's out. It's up to you three what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yes, please save her.
No.
Dude!
I take out the
Actually,
knife blade, stab her in the throat.
I'm opening a plane. Then a portal opens up under you. No.
Oh no.
So he pushes you guys back. This wave of force that just kind of knocks you back a little bit because he wants you guys to get out of the way. Fayanna actually realizes that when that force hits her, it almost feels all too familiar. And then he puts his hand on Gurdis's head and begins chanting in a language. I don't know what all languages you guys have. Go ahead and read off your languages so I know if you guys know or not.
Common, Elven, and Deep Speech.
Okay, Jory.
Common, gnomish, and undercommon.
Okay,
The languages I know?
yeah.
Just common and giant.
Okay. You guys don't understand what he's saying.
Speaking giant.
He's speaking giant. Yeah.
Hey! I get you.
But he starts chanting in a language unknown to you all, and as he does this, black, reddish energy starts coming from his hand and enveloping Gurdis's body. It surrounds, and I'm actually going to do a few roll checks here.
Real
Hope we
quick,
got that new character
IRL
shit.
stuff. My dad's gonna be here with the kids about 3:45. I'm gonna try to keep playing, but it depends on how cooperative they're gonna be. Cause it's just me here.
Oof.
Okay. I'm doing So at 3:45.
roughly. But I'm gonna try. I'll probably be gone for a couple minutes and try to get them settled down here with me. And if I can keep playing, I will.
Mickey
That
Mouse.
actually works out. We'll keep going until 3:45. We'll take like a 10 to 15 minute break, and then we'll come
Okay.
back and see what's going on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
roll a series of checks. I've rolled my first one. I'm gonna roll my second. Damn it, I keep not copying the GM roll thing, so I'd have to type it every time. Oh my god, it says it's rolling the dice, but it's not rolling the dice.
Come on.
Roll! Roll them out. Let's roll again. Okay. Let's keep rolling.
Hope you got the new character sheet ready.
It's not looking good.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Such is life.
I'm going to... This is an easier way to do it instead of pictures. In the general banter, just to post you guys what I rolled, I went ahead and rolled death saving throws.
Oh.
19,
Okay.
13, a nat 1, and a 19. So, it cleared.
Yeah. 'cause
As-
that one is 2 fails.
Yeah, there's 2 fails. As Atlavast is pouring magical energy of some unknown origin to most of you, a little familiar to others, Gurdis begins to... Her stomach begins moving on its own, and you see something bulge from her neck, almost like her
no.
neck starts swelling, and then just an enormous, like a ridiculous amount of vomit mixed with a little bit of blood just starts spewing out of her mouth onto the walls, onto the ceiling, onto her
So we're
body.
talking, like exorcist shit right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
And as you keep going, just the liquid just keeps pouring and pouring and pouring. She grabs the table like with full strength and starts coughing up a little bit of the remainder, but she seems to be of 2. And Atlavast just steps back for a second and stares at you intently.
I think we figured out what happened to Gordon Stout. Are you okay?
I won't lie to you, that was probably the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Can we see it
It was
again?
fairly disgusting.
I need a bath.
Atlavast goes over to the corner and starts mixing up these herbs into a little bottle. You don't know what all he's doing unless you guys
Where
want
am
to check.
I?
We're here at the House of Knowledge.
I've never been to this room before.
As
have I?
have I. I mean, I don't.
And who's that guy over there?
As
the red
as you
fella.
look up, you see a tiefling handing you a bowl of miscellaneous liquid. Drink this.
That's Alavast.
You said Alavast?
Miss-
Is that what? That's not Alavast. That's a devil.
It's another time.
You've missed out on quite a bit. Now drink.
Okay. You sound like okay. Drink.
You take the concoction and drink, and as you do, your body inside, internally, you feel this. It doesn't feel like it's on fire. It actually just feels numb. There's a little bit of pain there, but it's not as intense as it was.
Oh, what happened?
Well, you know that wine that we thought was a little bit suspicious?
We thought it was suspicious. I thought it just smelled like wine. A little bitter.
Sounded like bad wine, but
I don't drink
Anyway.
too much.
that wine about killed you. You were passed out this morning, vomiting everywhere, unconscious.
So you're saying the wine that was in Gordon's room was poisoned?
It had to have been, unless you've done something else that we don't know about.
I guess that explains a lot.
It also explains why he's passed away. It's foul play for sure, but that's another thing for another time. Right now, we need to focus on you.
As you all kind of glance over, Atlavast looks like his old form. He looks back like the old man human that you guys previously saw.
I'll have asked.
Yes.
What's it like seeing your star pupil?
Okay. At least you're back to joking like your old self.
Yeah. Hopefully I became everything you thought I'd be.
I don't know what you became, but I just
A
seen you in a
corpse,
drunken stupor.
nearly.
And apparently someone wishes you dead.
Apparently. Neverwinter's not as safe as it used to be, it seems.
No, it's not.
Well.
Almost safer out in the wilds.
I greatly appreciate you saving me.
No problem. You still have some
And-
vomit on your lip.
I just wipe it away. I could really use a bath. I don't like people seeing me like this. Fayanna, Loxim, Raakuna, thank you so much. I'm
Yeah, no
sure that
problem.
I'm sure you guys handled this situation very, very effectively, and you immediately went to go seek out help and didn't just want to leave my body there to get the liquid examined.
Well, you're alive, aren't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, I'm just joking.
Here, aren't you?
You wanted to leave me there dead.
Yeah, thank God you're able to recall everything that we did,
Yeah.
even though you were completely knocked out.
I know,
Sounds
that's
like
the
it's able to
joke.
recall,
That
yeah.
is the joke.
Nice.
Well, I should be getting out of here. I need to get out and get a bath and clean my clothes and.
He
Where's
puts his
Stacy?
hand on your shoulder. Easy.
Where the hell is Stacy?
Stacey's
Stacy did
upstairs,
follow us,
freaking out.
right?
Okay.
Couldn't get down the staircase.
What
As
do
far
we
as
do
you know,
now?
she's upstairs.
I'm gonna be okay, aren't I?
It's not looking good.
Oh Jesus!
Did you
No.
roll a new character?
I've managed to get the tonic that you drank out of you, and along with other things, I probably damaged some organs along the way, but it's what I saw fit and I needed to do to save you.
Well, I
We
mean,
did
it's
take
better
it
than
back.
being a corpse.
This is true.
Well, is there anything you need of me that I could help you with?
Not at the moment. Just keep my
I'm in-
secret to yourself. How about that?
Of course, I will. I'm in your debt, forever.
You're in our debt, you bitch.
I'm sorry. I was grieving the loss of my lover, and
Well, he's
I
dead.
didn't
Get the
reali-
fuck over it.
Oh my
okay, if you
God.
actually say that, I'm gonna have to hit you.
Alright. Bring
Oh.
it.
All right.
Okay.
I fucking smack Loxim across the face if he actually
gonna
said
tell-
We'll
that.
say with
I'm gonna attempt to
disadvantage
dodge
because
it.
you're still weak.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and dodge and punch right back.
Oh my god, you're gonna hit me when I just. Okay.
Dude, okay. Guys, roll.
What are we rolling?
You said punch, so you're gonna roll strength.
16. Oh wait, I did a saving throw. Minus that. It's 14.
Okay. Gurdis summons enough strength to lay a decently clean blow on Loxim for saying what he did, knocking Loxim onto his feet. Loxim attempted to retaliate, but is unable. Just it misses because he's dazed by the strike that Gurdis did.
You're a little cunt, you know that, Loxim?
Oh no. Let's all
So-
settle down.
So am I down on my ass right now?
You fell on your ass, got up, and attempted to punch her back, but missed.
Alright, well,
Because
I wanna
you're
try,
like in a stupor from being hit.
I wanna try to do the knock her off her feet with my leg.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
cast
God.
Charm Person
God.
on Loxim.
Do what?
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on Loxim.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm wasting a spell slot.
You're-
You're the one that's fighting.
She started it.
You
God,
said
that's
something
actually
quite
good.
horrendous.
Fiona. This is getting pretty good.
Loxim or Raccoon is in the corner, like, yeah, he's got his arms crossed, just watching. Okay, so are you gonna try to dodge it, Jared?
Oh, did he try to hit me?
He tried to. He said he was gonna sweep your leg. I think is what he said.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
with my
I'm gonna,
leg.
I'm still casting Charm Person.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump over it. I'm gonna attempt to jump over it and land atop of him, and start not strangling him, but trying to put like a wrestling hold on him or something, holding his arms and
You-
just holding him there.
You have to be a 13 and you have disadvantage since you're still in a weakened state.
Is this gonna be acrobatics or?
We'll say acrobatics, yes.
Don't I have to re-roll though, since the 13 was for the punch and it missed? So I have to.
Oh, I
completely
thought you rolled
re-roll?
again. Yeah, roll again.
No. So what do you want me to roll? Because it wouldn't be strength, it'd be dex, wouldn't it?
Yeah, since it's a swift kick.
6.
The sweep.
Natural 1.
Okay. Since it's a nat 1, even with your modifiers,
Okay.
I'm gonna treat it like this. You sweep, and as you sweep the leg, Gurdis is able to easily just flip over you and gets on your shoulders. And Atlavast actually takes it upon himself and puts his hand onto Loxim's head, and as he does this, Loxim just slumps off into what appears to be a sleep.
I won't
Well,
always be there to
Plus,
save
you have to
Loxim.
remember Jackson just cast a charm person, so get rid of that spell slot.
Well, I never had nobody rolled a wisdom save, so.
That's true.
I've been through a lot. All right. I don't want to have to think about. I don't want to have to think about him anymore.
Your friend's a little spitfire, isn't he?
A little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
Kind of a dick, but we like him.
He goes over and he looks over at the shelf, and you just see him rearrange these two books, kind of move them around a little bit, and then he turns and just looks at you guys.
Well, we were going to seek you out, for another reason, but, that one, proved to be a lot more urgent. I wanted to ask you, about this hexblade that I have and what powers lie beyond it and just more information in general.
Okay.
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 Nah. Okay. Summon the weapon before me.
I summon it.
He knows about warlocks and their patrons and stuff, being a tiefling.
I would assume so.
So you summon the blade. He is able to also, while it does burn his skin, it doesn't actually hurt him. It just damages the skin. He looks it over and quickly just kind of shuffles it over, hands it back to you, and then gives you a book, one of the two books that's on the shelf. Let me...
As he examines, I kind of describe the situation in which I found myself in with finding the blade, kind of describe the temple, or, well, the ruins that I stumbled across to kind of give any identifying information that I can.
He actually, when he's holding the blade, since you're going to specify that you did that,
Yeah.
he gets a vision back to the ruins. And what he sees is, a lot of it was dilapidated, but in the back of the room, there was a statue that was partially damaged, and what you can depict from that was the top half of a woman whose hair was unkempt, but the lower half of the statue was destroyed.
Okay.
And he tells you this, and then he also hands you a pretty damaged book. Hang on, trying to get it to pull up. There it is. And the book, like I said, is damaged. It's dark. It appears to have magic properties sealing it that he breaks immediately without any struggle.
Hey, my dad's calling me. Hold up.
Okay.
I might need to go.
He cast charm person on his dad.
Damn it! This is definitely a Fayanna specific event.
He's here.
Dish
God
man
damn it, I'm so
busts
sorry.
through the fucking gates.
Fucking dish man
Mm.
bust through the fucking walls and say, Fiona, I need to talk to you, and then
Well, we can leave Fayanna to discuss.
Well, let's
whatever.
take a break. How about that? And we'll go on from there.
Okay, we'll take a 10 to 15 minute break.
Okay.
Alright. I'm sorry, I don't know which part you left off on.
He told you about the the vision that he saw when he held the Hexblade, Atlas did.
Okay.
And it was, he saw a statue of an upper half of a female deity
Mhm.
without a lower half. The statue is broken. And he got a book off of one of his shelves that appeared to be damaged and had a small magic seal that he broke with ease, and he was getting ready to mention it to you guys before we stopped.
Mhm.
Okay. Give me a sec.
That's empty, girly.
Mm.
I know.
What?
Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's my daughter.
What the fuck? No.
Mhm.
Okay. So he just looks down at the book again and shows you guys. This book has answers I think you were looking for.
Okay.
But there's a potential danger when opening and reading this book. I
What
just
danger do you mean? Oh no.
Excuse me.
I can't tell if he's an old man or not. Sometimes he talks like an old man.
He fluctuates. But his true tiefling form is when he's not speaking like an old man. But
Oh, I see.
God damn it, lost my train of thought.
Yeah, that part really. That book has a special property to it where it's kind of dangerous to open.
Yes. It's up to you. If you truly seek answers involving your patron, you might find them within here. But this book also works two ways. One, information of the demonic planes, and two, as a miniature portal. There's always a potential for a demon to be summoned through when this book is opened.
That's an interesting trade-off to be sure. Is there a safe way to access this book?
Not that I could find. Even though I am a tiefling and a spawn descended from Asmodeus himself, I have weakened a lot of my abilities trying to sever my heritage. As you can tell, I've even filed down my horns to help myself depict more as a human than a tiefling.
I see. Alright.
What is
Well,
that noise? Oh.
Do you mind if I start reading it here?
It's up to you. I can't let you take the book, so this would probably be
Well,
the best place.
Okay, if the rest of you don't mind, I
We
need
could
to
leave
take a
you
look.
to your reading for now.
Well, there's also a chance of a demon being summoned, so having some friends nearby would be helpful.
Am I still asleep?
You are asleep.
Okay.
Could probably wake
Uh,
up the little one now. He's calm.
Are you sure?
Actually, I'm not
wait.
sure. Now that I think about it.
Actually, I'm not sure.
If there's a fight, then let's do it. But otherwise,
I'm
no.
in a very weakened state right now, but
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna open the book.
Okay. As you open the book, you begin reading, which I'll just go ahead and read it.
Mhm.
Wherever it may be. Alavesk Galloway. On the book there are words written in a language that you can't understand. Atlavast comes up behind you and touches your back left shoulder,
damn.
and you feel magic go through his hand and fill your body. And as this happens, instantaneously, the symbols on the book shift in shape into a language that's legible to you. And as you look at the book title, it states Fiendish Codex. And as you open it, the first page, a lot of the book, the pages are damaged, but this page opens with Chapter 7, Deathstalkers. During the time that this is what you're reading, this is you reading in your mind. During the time that he was dead, Baal had many scattered cultist groups, the most infamous being the Deathstalkers of Baal, who attempted to bring him back to life. For a while after the Baal spawn crisis, it was believed his essence had been locked away in the upper planes, preventing his resurrection permanently. However, this proved to be incorrect. Baal's essence had been preserved in his half-mortal children, the Baal spawn, and after the death of the last 2 Baal spawn, Baal was revived. The rest of the page is unintelligible from damage. You flip another page. As you flip through more pages, you get to what appears to be Chapter 8. The page is decently damaged, but the words are still legible and you can read it. As you begin reading this page, you notice the book starts emitting a magical aura that starts to begin to pulsate. As you read, the title, Chapter 8, The Daughters of Yoklul. The Handmaidens of the Loth Spider Queen is an order of female crusaders with no permanent ties to any individual city. Also known as the Daughters of Yoklul, the Handmaidens serve as instruments of Loth's will in times when the Spider Queen needs to bring an entire city into line. At least 3 times in recorded history, the Handmaidens of the Spider Queen have assaulted and destroyed an entire Dark Elven city that threatened to drift from Loth's web of chaos. When not assembled into an army of chaos and vengeance, the Handmaidens work in small companies scattered throughout the Underdark, harassing merchant trains that look to Varun for protection, and conducting hit-and-run raids on cities ruled by clergy of the Masked Lord, or that which lurks. A few ancient shrines to Loth are said to still stand hidden throughout the northern region of the Sword's Coast. The page ends there. You thumb through more pages, and you get to Chapter 9. And there's only a little short description on this page, and it's titled, The Knights of the Five-Thorned Rose. And as you start reading this, the magical energy around the book opens, and 3 imps fly through the mini portal into the room and begin attacking. You guys are going to roll initiative. And it's a surprise round for you.
For against us, you mean?
Against you, yeah.
Okay.
But the only ones in combat, because you are actually stuck reading the book. As this happens, as a reaction because he was already prepared, Atlavast puts a protective barrier around himself and Fayanna. He could only cast it large enough to cover them 2 and protect the book. He urges Fayanna to continue reading and finish the text, and the 3 imps begin attacking Raakuna, Loxim, who you guys specified that you woke. Did you actually wake him up? He's gonna get woken up either way. Okay, he's still asleep.
He's gonna get woke up soon.
He gets attacked by an imp.
Real soon.
And another imp attacks Gurdis. So you 3...
Am I at 1 HP right now?
We'll say you're half health.
Okay, that's fair. I was just saying, this is gonna be a short fight.
So roll initiative. I'm gonna have my nigga Jim.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go ahead for this. I'm gonna put your tokens on the board. Where my imps at?
Jor, you have no initiative roll?
I just did. Oh yeah, I have no modifier.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's just your dexterity, right?
Yeah, my dexterity is like 9.
You're
So you got
trash.
-1.
Let's say Raakuna's over here, Gurdis over there, Loxim's over here.
Actually, my dexterity is 11, but still.
Okay,
doesn't
you're
do
fine.
anything.
I was gonna say, you gotta subtract 1 from your initiative then.
And your health is 13 currently.
Yes.
Pussy numbers.
I'm not looking too good.
Okay. So. Oh, well, I should probably get the initiative thing situated, shouldn't I? Do.
Do I roll initiative or is it just as like the turn I read the book, I guess.
You are finishing up reading the book.
Okay, so
Atlavest, out of reaction, put a barrier around you, so you really couldn't help them. Either way.
Alabest betrayed us.
It was just to
He's in
protect
league with the demons.
himself and the reader of the book. And if he could, he's weakened. I mean, he's, like I said, he severed ties, so he's not as strong. That's all the magic he could use, was to make a barrier that big.
Hiya.
What
Okay.
the hell's going on?
Oh, not more of this demon drabble.
Da, 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 da. Why did I not see
Haven't
your...
I been through enough today?
No.
And I totally forgot to write down all the stuff he said. I was interested, but I totally forgot to write down at least. Okay, what was the main organ? You know what? I'll get it later. It's fine.
It's Loth, right? Isn't there maidens?
Yes,
and-
The Handmaidens of Loth.
You didn't listen to the book I read?
I did. I just didn't write down the key points.
Uh-huh.
The DM
I'll get it
will
from you
have to
later.
have
I'll get it
punishment
from you
for
later.
this.
No, like seriously though, it is really interesting. I love it.
Let's just ask Kyle what it was about. I'm
Hey,
curious.
Kyle, yeah, what was the recap? Okay, now I gotta add the
Alright.
imps bullshit. Hang on.
Just tell me later. It's fine.
No.
No. Okay.
Why is this so hard?
Yeah, you got a lot of dinosaurs there, bud.
Do what?
How old is he now? Working? Yeah, it's working.
Okay. No, you fuck. There we go. Okay. So the three imps are just hissing and acting like assholes. They begin to attack everyone.
Hissing and pissing.
Hissing and pissing. Just so you guys can... I'm using the compass at the top if you ever hear me and it sounds like directions are off compared to the map. So the westernmost imp, which is closest to Gurdis, attempts to attack Gurdis. With what? I do not know. Give me 1 sec.
So the top one,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I'll just say it in relatively to the map, and relativity to the map, so it makes it easier for you guys. So the northernmost. What in the hell happened to this copy and paste? Hang on. I gotta pull up the info that I put on the imp didn't carry over correctly. So I'm just gonna pull up the imp stats real quick. There we go.
Hey, Isaac, do not piss down your sister.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta mute myself real quick.
Okay. Fayanna's deeply reading the book. The first imp attempts to do a sting attack against Gurdis in the form of a bite.
My ass.
Bites her ass.
There you go. There's your new lover.
That would be...
Oh wait,
I've
me.
been looking for someone to fill the void in my heart.
That'd be a 15 to hit.
That misses. I have 16 AC.
What?
I
Nice. Okay, so the imp attempts to bite, and Gurdis just kind of grabs it by the side of the head and pushes it away, and it flies off trying to regain its ground. Up next is Raakuna.
Okay,
3 imps
How
are
many
in
imps
the
are
room. 3. It's on the map.
oh, it's on the map. Okay, yeah, duh, sorry.
You on your phone?
No. Wait, I can't see. Oh, there. My portraits were blocking it.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, whatever. What do I want to do? I think I'll walk over to that one closest to me and give him a swing with my warhammer.
Well, there's
Which
2 that are relatively close to you.
The one to my right.
Okay.
This one.
Alright, you walk over and pull out that war mace and attempt to smash the imp. Actually...
What?
It's surprise round. I lied.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
You don't get to do anything. So, boop, boop, and boop. So the imp at the bottommost is actually going to turn and attack you. For a sting attack.
The sting
That is a
of a
24 to hit.
Ah, he misses.
He missed.
I miss.
Ah,
Oh my god. Okay, that's a 7. 7 piercing
Oh.
damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me subtract it from your bullshit. Okay, you have 8 HP. Up next is the other imp. He's gonna also do a bite attack, but he's gonna do it against the sleeping Loxim with advantage. Since you're sleeping on the ground and prone. That's my justification for that. That's a +5. 21 to hit.
It misses.
Oh, okay, moving on. No. Alright. We're gonna do damage.
That does wake me up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna wake you up.
Fuck it, better.
Alright, it puts you back to sleep. That is 6 damage.
9.
11. Okay. Up next is the imp at the top of the round again. It's gonna do a bite attack against Gurdis. It's just a raven pissed. As a 20.
Oh, that hits.
God damn it.
Are we winning?
So far, we've yet to do any damage, so.
5
Dude.
damage.
Because it was all surprise round.
Yeah,
That's
surprise
right.
round's almost ended.
5 damage.
Okay. I am knocked unconscious.
No, you're not. You have 8. Alright. Now, your turn is up, Raakuna.
Okay. Now I'm gonna hit him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh, get shit on.
That misses.
What?
We're doing.
No, it is.
That's a 1d8 plus 3. Oh!
What'd you roll? Let me see. 9? Ooh, 9 damage.
Smack that bitch.
It's dead. Wait, why is there
Another
4?
imp.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry. That was
Come
me.
into the wall.
That was me moving the fucking information. 9 damage, damn. And you did on that right one?
Yeah, the one I'm stacked on.
Okay. I mean, I didn't put the HPs into these guys, so give me 1 sec. It'll take me 1 second. Wow, 300 health, that's awesome. You guys know imps have 300 health?
What?
Up next, so you smash it. You actually break one of the imp's wings, so it's on the ground now, and it looks really, really rough. Up next is Gurdis.
I'm going to draw Hugh from her, my back.
Okay.
Hopefully she's still there. And I'm going to attack the one that's currently engaged on Loxim. Should be to my left.
Yep.
Once again, I'm going to save you. I say.
Has a
And
bonus
I
action.
slash. Yes, I slash down on it. Yeah. 17.
That hits. Roll damage.
Alright. 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
just come down upon it as it's striking at Loxim.
Okay. It slashes Loxim, waking him up. He starts yelling at it in pain, and as the fact that he's pissed. And you just immediately, in response, come down as hard as your strength will let you and slash at it, and you cleave it completely in half, and it's dead on the ground.
I just give Loxim a little wink. Is this what you were missing out on?
Loxim just blankly looks at you and doesn't say anything. Up next is Loxim.
How
Loxim.
bad is the
Loxim?
one in front of us looking?
Dead.
It looks pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie. It's in half.
I just tore it in half in front of you, Loxim.
Is Loxim distracted by other things?
No, I'm thinking. Can I take my javelin? What's the distance between me and the one on the right, or up at the very top?
This is a pretty enclosed room, so it's really just like 5 feet, if that.
That is. Okay.
It was in melee range with me, so.
Yeah.
So it's in melee range with me. Mine's within. I'm just gonna try a thrusting strike with my javelin.
At the one to your
with
right?
No, with the one that Gurdis attacked.
But
The
it's
one that's dead?
It's not. You just said it wasn't dead.
I said it was
No.
ripped in half.
He cut it in half.
All right. Well, I'm gonna throw the fucking javelin in at the one that Raakuna is right there at.
Okay.
16.
Wait, did you just say you threw it at the dead one? Sorry,
I
I
threw it
like.
at the one that's with Raakuna.
Okay, I like spaced off for a second. 16 hits. Roll damage.
5.
5 damage. Okay. Loxim just kind of looks at Gurdis at that remark and grabs his javelin, throws it across the room almost blindly, and hits the imp and pierces right through the imp's chest, and it dies.
And bonus action, I want to do patient defense. I'm spending a key point, and I'm gonna take a dodge action.
Okay.
So then I'm gonna end it there.
Alright. So that... This guy's out of the way. Up next is the last imp, who is going to do a last-ditch effort, looking pretty desperate. It bites at Loxim, saying that he just pierced one of the other imps. That would be a 13.
That would be this imp right here, right? The one I'm pinging?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I took the dodge action, so I have dodge.
They usually plus 2 AC, right, when you dodge?
Yep.
What's
and
your
it
AC?
misses.
Okay. Alright. Imp bites at you in desperation, and in that desperation, completely misses as you shift and dodge cleanly to the right, just getting out of its way. Up next is Raakuna.
Nice moves, Loxim.
That final imp will taste my warhammer.
Okay.
17.
Misses.
That poor son of a bitch.
It is. You automatically just rolled the damage. Okay.
A 4.
Raakuna runs up and smashes it in the back with his warhammer. Does a decent amount of damage, but it is still able to fly.
Damn it!
Okay. Now before Gurdis' turn, Fayanna, is Jackson here?
Yes.
Okay. Fayanna reads the final chapter, which is titled Chapter 9, Knights of the Five Thorn Rose. The only thing noted on the mostly torn page is the name Vicendrus, and a short description noting physical characteristics of the dragon Tiamat, the Dragon Queen.
Okay, and that was Knights of the Five Thorn Rose?
Yes.
5 Thorn Rose, okay. And what was the name?
The Candrest. It's VKANDRESS.
Okay.
And then just a short description of the Dragon Queen Tiamat. The physical characteristics of Tiamat. The multiple heads, wings.
But I wouldn't. Would I know that or not know that?
Yeah, I mean, you're reading it, so you're learning about the description of what Tiamat looks like.
Okay. And Tiamat is Tiamont.
M-A-T.
M-A-T. Okay.
And as you finish the final chapter, magic just starts pooling out of the book. And before you
Oh, fuck.
pops this guy.
Can't
Boom.
be. I knew it!
The Cambion emerges from the
We need
portal.
mind flayers to help us fight it.
Where's the mind flayers?
They would be useless.
Miss every fucking thing.
He stands before you at the ready and looks around the room and doesn't say anything. And takes note that of the dead imps, the two dead imps that are on the ground, and the one that's currently alive. The imp looks at you, or looks at the Cambion, and points to the rest of the party and utters something that you guys cannot understand. And then the Cambion it looks like it's full ready, and it's super aggressive, and it's angry, and it looks towards your party, and it tries to attack Raakuna. Or a surprise round.
It's a surprise round for Raakuna?
For Raakuna.
Okay.
You can take him, Raakuna.
Well, it's your turn, Gurdis, I think.
I think he's surprising Raakuna right now. It's
Yeah.
my turn.
Okay.
It says initiative 15. So his turn will go. We'll do this. Oh, we'll keep it here.
Raakuna is officially down.
When the DM pulls out a calculator.
Mad combinations. He's going to take his spear and lunge at you as hard as he can.
No!
So he'll roll to hit. That's a 17. 17?
That thing was fucking
Yeah,
terrible.
that obviously hits me.
I don't remember your AC.
It actually missed.
Okay. Moving on. That is 10 damage.
Okay, I think I'm down.
Okay. I'm gonna remove these stupid dead imps. Okay. You're my brother. Okay. Raakuna has been reduced to 0 HP. The Cambion strikes and stabs right through the shoulder of Raakuna and puts the Cambion's full weight on top of the spear, knocking Raakuna onto his back. So the spear is impaled currently.
Oh my god. Does he still have a hold of it?
Currently within game time he's holding on to it. And up next is Gurdis.
Oh, you fucking bitch.
Oh, Sage.
I don't remember learning anything about the Cambions in my studies, so I don't know exactly what its weaknesses are, if we're just fucked. But I do see an imp in front of me that I could dispatch of, so I guess I'll go ahead and dispatch the imp real quick.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack thy imp. 14?
That is. Roll damage.
Okay. 11 points of slashing damage.
Alright, you cleave the head, clean off the imp. It starts, just out of a reaction, the wings start flapping and it starts slamming into the wall and the ground and all over the place, and then it just flips and hits the ground, and then it twitches and it's dead.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna grab the imp's body and throw it at the Cambion.
Okay. Do the, how's it called? The improvised damage, or whatever it's called. Improvised attack.
It would be Dex since I'm throwing it. So.
Yeah.
A 5. Throw the imp. I don't think I hit him.
No.
Or the imp just bounces off his armor.
Tonk.
You throw it, and as you throw the body, its muscles start twitching again. It flaps, and it actually just flaps clean out of the way and smacks the wall close to Atlavast and Fayanna, hits the wall, and then slumps down, and it's dead. It's no longer moving. Up next is Loxim.
How far away is he from me? 10 feet?
About 10 feet, yeah.
10 feet, okay. And he's technically right next to the dead one where my javelin is.
Yeah. He's close to 2 corpses, imp corpses right now.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and walk up towards it.
Okay. He looks at you menacingly like he's gonna bite your head off.
Would it be a bonus action to take the javelin out of the imp?
We'll say you can just take it out.
Okay, I'm just take it out then. I'm gonna try to do a thrust, kind of do it upward into his like torso or his stomach.
Okay. Go ahead.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Some crit damage. Okay, that definitely hits. What's some damage?
Double your dice.
5.
Double your dice.
It's just do another d6.
Yeah.
You don't add the modifier though.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, there you
11.
go. 11.
Okay. 1 second.
Ah. Where has this Loxim been this whole time?
Loxim
Kicking ass, they changed.
runs up in response to the demon and grabs his javelin in one quick motion, just jerks forward at full speed and just slams. You feel the impact of the javelin against the armor and the demonic skin, and just punctures straight through, and the demon cries out in a language unknowns to you in pain, and it looks like it does like a heavy blow, and it looks super pissed.
Bonus action. Do a flurry of the blows.
Okay. Hold a hit.
It's 1. Hold on. 16 on the first one. $10 on the next one.
They both miss.
Okay.
You attempt to punch after javelin striking the demon and miss. Up next is Raakuna.
I'm just doing a saving throw, right?
Yeah. Let me do that.
Yeah, you.
Kuna is dead.
From one roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Up next is the Cambion, who summons hellish rebuke and kills. No. Okay. The Cambion, within the time that all this happened, Loxim is currently holding on to the javelin stabbed up into the Cambion. The Cambion reaches out and grabs the back of Loxim's head.
What?
And and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Is this against magic?
Hmm?
On here
You
it
get,
says I
you
have.
get advantage if you're a gnome, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Depending on the magic, right?
Well, he's a demon.
A demon.
The spell he's trying to use is Fiendish Charm.
What'd you say it was? Wisdom?
Yeah. It is wisdom.
And I get advantage on that.
Yeah, he does
Well,
have
that's a natural 20 anyways.
Okay. So
So I don't need to roll advantage.
he grabs the back of your head, and magic starts pooling into your body, and you focus your mind against the magic, and the magic actually backfires and hits his hand, and you see his skin from the bottom of his palm up his forearm actually split, and blood starts pooling out of his arm. And you will do roll 1d4.
Loxim the Demon Defiler.
2.
Okay. You do 2 damage with your nat 20 against his attack. Hang on. Sorry. Someone's texting me.
Text? What is that?
Yeah,
Someone's
What?
someone's
What?
using the messenger spell and trying to talk to me. It's my friend.
My shoulder.
Loxim has advantage against intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
That is correct.
It's pretty handy.
A deep gnome? That's pretty cool.
Just gnomes in general have advantage against those saving throws if it's magical nature.
It was. Up next is Gurdis.
Hello, my name's Gurdis and I'd like to rage!
You rage.
I enter
You do what?
and I come upon the Cambion and I begin carving him out. I attempt to.
Okay. You roll to hit.
17.
That just barely hits.
Oh my god! He did the thing! I'm gonna fuck you up, demon spawn. With an 11.
Ooh. 11 damage.
I can't let you have all the fun, Loxim. And Raakuna,
Oh, my shoulder.
we'll get you up
Okay.
in a jiffy, big boy.
Big
Gurdis.
boy, oh my.
Grabs Hugh in hand and screams as she charges towards the Cambion, smashes the axe straight into its chest. Just the half of the blade goes into the chest and punctures in. The demon screams out in pain and grabs the axe and looks directly at your face and just starts screaming in a language unknown to you. And up next is Loxim. But before that, this is a unique event. I'm going to give Fayanna 30 seconds, and I'm going to time it right now, to do something. Just if you can think of anything to do, anything that you could do, I'll let you describe what you're doing.
So
Starting
I'm
now.
Okay, so I'm encased in the bubble, right?
Yep.
Can I shoot out of it?
That's up to you. You have to try, if you want to.
I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at the Cambion.
Okay. Attempt.
Okay. +5 hit.
I'm pausing since you addressed the action,
Yes.
and then if you want to take a bonus action after, I'll start the timer again.
Okay. 15.
15. That misses, but as you're charging the Eldritch Blast, the book still in your right hand and open, you charge it up and fire, and it hits the barrier, and it just fades off.
Okay, so it can't shoot through the barrier.
And ready, set, and go.
I can't do anything with the bonus action, so.
It's not true.
Unless I can do something else. Well, I mean, how close is the Cambion? Is he right next to me?
He's about 5 to 10 feet away from you.
I'm gonna bash him with my shield. With
That is
blades
30
retracted.
seconds.
Bash him with my shield. Blades retracted. So that's a 1d6. Is there an attack bonus for that?
You attempt to walk towards the barrier, and the barrier is preventing you from getting close to the Cambion.
Okay. Well, I guess I can't do anything. Okay, I'll just keep reading the book then.
Okay. Up next is Loxim.
Alright. You said the javelin's still in his stomach?
Mhm.
Alright, I actually want to take the javelin and I want to completely shift it, like to the right side.
While it's still in, you're gonna try to like drag it inside its organs.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have you do a strength for that, but I'll just have you roll a hit.
13.
It misses. It is deeply embedded into his organs, and his body is pretty tough. You try to move it, but it doesn't really shift at all.
Alright, well in that case, I'm going to do an unarmed strike as bonus. And I want to punch that javelin further in.
Okay.
What?
That misses. You try to strike the javelin in the chest, and he just he grabs onto the javelin and won't let you move forward, backward, or to the sides, and just looks at you, both you and Gurdis.
Okay.
Up next is Raakuna.
Oh boy.
This is going to be Raccoon's day to shine. He's going to do it.
Death save.
Death save.
He's going to do it as he's dying. No.
I wish
Should
I
have
could help you.
inspired somebody, you prick.
Okay. Up next is the Cambion. Do 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 do. Cambion. The Cambion is going to take his spear, puts it in both hands,
Abigail. Nope.
so two-handed currently, and strike straight down at Loxim, inside Loxim's back. So we'll roll to hit.
My back! Oh my god!
Because you're holding the javelin hunched over, trying to push it forward, so your back and shoulders are a little exposed, so he's just going to strike straight down.
So like like on the spine in between the shoulder blades.
Yeah. That's a nat 20.
Look at Loxim, no!
I'm down, my friends!
Welcome to the club.
What's your health pool?
I have 9.
I mean, your total is 12.
15.
Oh, no, it's,
15.
I have it marked here for 12 for some reason. Yeah, it is 15. I think your AC is 12, isn't it?
AC's 13.
13. Okay. I don't know
So
why I had that
misses.
all mixed up. Okay, let's do that.
Let's get fucked.
Do, 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 do. Okay. Oh my god. I shit you not, I rolled 2 nat 1s.
What?
Oh, nice.
So the total is 6.
Wow.
Nat 1 plus 4,
Okay.
and then straight, just his normal attack roll, which was the nat 1, so 6.
Oh my god.
That fucking sucks for a crit. I rarely get crits. Damn it. Alright. Still, it is some damage. Strikes down. One of the trident's spears hits you in the shoulder and punctures straight through. It misses the bone, but it hits like the meat of your bicep, causing a decent amount of pain.
Right or left side?
We'll say you're facing towards it, down, so it'd be your left, his right.
Okay. Okay.
Up next is Gurdis.
Fucking Loxim. You lucky bastard.
How weird
I
is it to
use a
roll a nat
bonus
20 and then 2 nat 1s?
I know.
I bonus action yelled at Fayanna saying, maybe the book can control them somehow. Try to use the book. And I go in for another attack.
Okay, roll to hit. That misses. As you're talking, you see the Cambion kind of try to step towards you, and in a reaction, you swipe at him, but you completely miss.
Oh boy.
Next
Oh my God.
is Lox, which it'll be. I will give Fayanna 20 seconds this time to do something.
Okay. I look
Starting.
in the book.
Starting now.
Okay, I look in the book to see if there's any way to control the demons.
You look through the book, and as you see through the text, it just describes you miscellaneous demons. Nothing really about controlling them.
Okay. Any way to dismiss them or remove them from the plane?
Nothing like that.
Fuck, I can't do anything else.
Time. Up next is Loxim.
I guess I'll try and take the javelin, kind of jam it in there deeper.
Okay.
I really don't know what else I can do.
Atlavas magic wanes, and the barrier is starting to come down. It's not down yet, but it's starting to come
Excuse
down.
me. 22.
18, Jesus. Plus 4.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
4.
Okay. 4 damage.
Then I'm gonna take an unarmed strike, and I want to punch to the. Hold on, let me think. To the right side, so his left side of the javelin.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, misses. So the first attack with the javelin, you start. Did you say you moved it or took it back out?
No. I jammed it further.
Okay.
I took it and shoved it in there further.
You
trying
grabbed
to fully
on,
pierce all the way through it.
planting your feet, you push it, and it bursts out the back of the Cambion. It screams out in pain, but it still seems pretty sturdy. It's just hanging out with the javelin in its stomach. You attempt to punch it again, but it moves out of the way as a reaction out of pain and desperation. And up next is Raakuna.
Kuna is officially dead.
I'm dead.
Dun, dun,
Let's see if it's been 3
dun.
fails, then he is dead.
Yep.
How much health do you have, Raakuna?
Like 15.
0.
You had 15, he hit you for 10?
He had the surprise attack.
Yeah.
Oh, you got hit by an imp earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, shit.
I think he had 9 HP when the Cambion hit him.
Let's see.
Up next is the Cambion.
Ready to go back to sleep.
The Cambion turns into Osmodius himself.
Jesus.
Fuck!
No. The Cambion is going to roll against you both if you want to. It's actually going to try to march towards Raakuna and hit Raakuna when he's down. I will let you both roll strength checks to keep the Cambion in place, so you two will be rolling against it. One of you has to beat its roll.
Hold on, wouldn't that be opportunity if he's trying to move though?
He's not moving around you. He's
You're gonna let
push-
us use our reaction to attempt to stop him from finishing off Raakuna.
Yeah. He's not moving around you, he's trying to move through you.
Through us.
What?
1 second.
Nope.
I'm just playing Team TPK music. Alright. Strength saving throw or strength check?
Strength check.
19.
Okay. I want to redirect you to the general banter page again. And that's what the rolls were.
Ooh, okay. I mean, still has a couple more rolls.
No, this
think
is
that was the
this is the
strength
strength
saves.
rolls. I rolled a nat 1 again,
oh.
is what I was saying.
I
So you hold the
I thought-
Cambion in place as it tries to push past you. Loxim kind of loses his footing, pushing it back against it, and he calls out for Gurdis to help, and Gurdis just steadfast just pushes against, like almost like a brick wall, keeps the Cambion at bay.
I guess I have advantage since I'm enraged.
You
so
do, against
let's see
strength
if I got
rolls.
a natural 20, I guess. Okay, there we go.
Up next is Gurdis.
I just tell Fayanna, just destroy the book for my bonus action. Just destroy it. And I come up with my axe as I'm holding him in place. I attempt to like push him back and then slash him with Hugh. 12.
That misses. So you call out to Fayanna, warning her to destroy the book, and you attempt to slash again, and the Cambion almost like mockingly laughs to himself. Moves slightly out of the way, dodging this. He spouts off something, but you can't understand what it is. Up next is Loxim. Now, Fayanna, I'm giving you another 20 seconds to do something, starting now.
I destroy the book.
You have to describe, what are you doing to destroy the book? It's currently
shit.
open in your hands.
Okay. There's no more information to glean from it?
No, it just depicts
Okay.
demons and their origins and shrines that are located.
Okay. I'm going to toss the book on the ground and shoot an Eldritch Blast at it.
That's time. Okay. Go ahead and try that. But
Okay.
I'm going to, while this is paused, describe to me how you're putting it on the ground. Like, run through the entirety of what you're doing.
Okay, so the chance that I have a moment, I close the book, throw it onto the ground in front of me, take a step back, charge up an Eldritch Blast, and then shoot it on the ground.
As you close the book, magic from the portal starts pulling at the Cambion. It hits the ground and starts clawing at the ground as it's pulled towards the book. It starts screaming and yelling. It attacks, it throws the trident at you guys, hitting the wall and completely missing. It's sucked back into the portal with the book closed.
Oh, well, that was easy.
I run to Raakuna and try and stabilize him.
I do the same.
Okay. As you run over, I'm gonna do one more roll.
Raakuna is finished.
So I need to take the javelin out of my inventory then.
Yeah, it went with him.
It went
Yeah.
with them. Yes, it did.
We'll get you a new one.
As you approach Raakuna, you walk up and notice that he's breathing.
I was queuing up the sadness and sorrow music.
He is laying on the ground, breathing, heavily damaged, bleeding, but breathing.
Here's the reason that's funny. Are you alright, Raakuna?
Raakuna!
Did you catch that Trask that hit me?
Yeah. Loxim single-handedly defeated him.
Cool.
I'll have asked, we're gonna need some more medicine, it seems. We got one down.
Yeah.
And nobody, for the love of God, read another fucking book.
I'm sorry, my magic's all tapped out.
My shoulder
We
hurts
have,
so much.
have any
Well.
healing potions of any sort where we need something?
He
to give to
rummages
this man.
through the satchel that he has on his side, and he pulls out a small healing potion.
I pour it down, the contents down Raakuna's throat.
Thanks.
He says thanks as he's choking on liquid.
This is my Nindo, my ninja way.
Mhm.
Okay. So go ahead, Jory, and roll a
Death
my
saving
healing.
throw.
Yeah, another death saving throw. Now roll 2d4.
2d4.
8.
Say goodbye to the Cambion.
7.
That was
Okay,
close.
you recover 7
Hey.
HP. Atlavas just takes the empty bottle and puts it back in his satchel and kind of nods and says to you guys, I will expect either gold or a favor for that. That doesn't come cheap. Even though
Oh,
you guys were my students.
well.
Tell you what,
I,
we'll take an IOU for right now.
That'll do.
Okay.
Alavast, I have questions, but,
And I have answers.
Okay.
No.
quite mysterious that you tempted her to read the book. Did you not expect any demons to come out?
I warned you guys before reading that the book can act as a portal. And it was
See?
her decision to figure out if she wanted to know more. In the
And
pursuit of
she didn't
knowledge.
write down. She didn't write down what you were reading.
Oh shit.
Later, because I'm
Yeah,
kind
no.
of watching the kids at the same time.
Let's open the book again.
Alright, that's
Okay,
good.
guys, let's
Oh, I don't know
everybody,
about
let's
that.
try this again.
Did you learn anything, Fayanna?
Yes. I learned there's a brief passage about the Knights of the Five Thorn Rose.
Oh, I
the
think you
canvas?
read a long time just for that little information.
I have a little bit more, jackass.
Here, I'll send it through Discord. There's that.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Loxim, you handled yourself pretty nicely back there. I was impressed.
Thanks.
Well,
For a little shit, you fight
Obviously, I-
demons quite well.
I iterate the relevant information to the party.
Okay. He describes the Deathstalkers, ball spawn, and the events that happened with that. He describes the Daughters of Loklil and Lolth the Spider Queen, and how the Daughters of Loklil serve her to take over cities, to raid people, to steal from people, all that jargon. And then finishes off with the Knights of the Thorn Rose with the Vagnkandrus message and the physical description of Tiamat the Dragon Queen. A rough summary.
The thing is, though, while there is, information there, I don't know how it relates to me necessarily. I don't know if this weapon is from, say, one of these cults, or from the Daughters of Yaklal, or from the Knights of the Five Thorn Rose. I have no idea. But it's, at least, I suppose, stepping stones. More questions to ask.
Atlavast comes over and says, if the vision I saw is true, and that sword is really, if the place that the blade came from is the devoted patron, then I would think that a female, it would most likely be Lolth, correct?
Sounds like it's a possibility, although I'm definitely no dark elf.
Not all worshippers of Lolth are dark elves.
It's true. But it's definitely some more questions that I could ask. And if it is Loth, then that's one hell of a deity to be wrapped up with.
I would suggest returning to the shrine sometime. Maybe you can find more answers if you investigate the ruins of said shrine. But that is
Sounds like
all I
that.
have on it.
Well, thank you so much for your help, Lore Master Alabast. You've been a great help.
It was nice seeing you again, Master.
It
I
was
gotta
nice
go in
seeing you
10
not
minutes.
dead.
I was pretty close.
Well, I'm glad I got impaled through the shoulder and nearly died just so we could get a bit of information. That was pretty cool.
Rakuna, this has been a one-way
I
street
really
for you,
appreciate
hasn't
you,
it?
Rakuna.
I mean, we brought you here because you were originally poisoned, so I guess I wasn't the only one in danger. But yeah, that really hurt.
I appreciate you carrying me around the cities, Rakuna. At
No
least I
problem.
assumed you were the one doing it.
It was the righteous thing to do.
If we're not doing the righteous thing, we're doing the wrong thing for sure.
Exactly.
Do we
Are you
dare
wearing
just
any
take a
armor,
long
Rakuna?
rest?
What is your AC?
My AC is 10.
Oh, Jesus
We
Christ.
need to give this man
got-
some armor.
Yeah, we need to get you some armor, bro.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, armor kind of sucks.
He likes being
No.
naked.
Do you like living?
Okay, Jack. Now I'm gonna be out of character here for a minute. I plan to multi-class into barbarian, so I don't want any armor.
Oh, okay, fair point.
I could teach you. a thing or
Metagaming?
two about. I could teach you a thing or two about being unarmored. In my bedroom.
Oh no.
That sounds like the most unappealing thing I've ever heard.
As I sit here covered in my own vomit.
That's true, and blood.
It's starting to smell.
Yeah, I need a bath.
I need to up my strength.
We should take a long rest.
Atlavast recommends, why don't you go stay at one of the local taverns and rest up? You all look pretty rough to me.
It may be short through the day, but you know, it's definitely time that we at least get some rest.
It's
Do we
up to
dare
you.
just go back
Just
to Gordon's
the-
house?
Just the suggestion of an old man.
Let's just go back to Gordon's house then.
I don't know who
Well, I
that
mean,
is.
the house for sale.
You don't remember Gordon? He was the man that
That's where we just were.
I'm kidding.
I used to leave the confines of the halls of knowledge.
By the way,
Take me up there.
Hunter, how much was the house selling for again?
15,000.
15k.
Yeah, not
Or
something we can.
1,500, not 15k.
I like how
Oh,
we just said it over.
1,500.
Oh,
We
1,500.
could really-
Oh, okay.
If we pull together, we can actually buy that, and have it as a base of operations. If
The-
we want to do that.
The walls seem haunted with memories for me. I'm not sure if I want to be there any longer.
Okay, fair point. But it does seem a little. We should probably just go to an inn, and rest.
I do
Go
wonder
then.
how Penelope's handling the news. I mean, his Gordon's estranged wife. They weren't really on good terms.
Maybe she has something to do with it.
I don't know about that. Poor little Penelope.
Oh, Alavast, well, we're still here. Do you know of anyone who might know anything about the goddess Loth?
Around these parts, no, not really. I don't
figured
think
much.
anyone practices worshipping the
Not so much
Spider
as
Queen
worship,
in
but
Neverwinter.
just as information.
I mean, if someone wants to divulge that information, but I can't see many people wanting to speak out right about Lolth and worshipping Lolth.
I see, I understand. Just as kind of like a future note, I will be keeping an eye out for any sort of dark elf I see.
I need to keep an eye out for a weapon.
Yours is gone.
Oh, you're using a javelin as a weapon?
Yeah.
Javelin is often seen as a secondary weapon, Loxim. We'll get you a good primary weapon sometime.
I want a staff.
Yeah, we'll give you a
Infection.
quarterstaff. Give you a staff infection.
Give me a staff infection.
Okay.
Well, let's make our way to a tavern. I could really use a bath.
Who is leading the party?
I will lead.
So I'm deleting
Okay.
everyone from
Stacy's
existence.
just been waiting outside this.
Stacy's
this
been
little
frantically trying to get down there, but she can't. It's so deep
Upstairs.
down, she can't really hear what's going on down there. She just knows you went down there. So she's trying to get
No,
through.
no.
Do what?
I was talking to my kid.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, yeah, she is. So you go up, you spend another 5 to 10 minutes climbing the very overcumbersome staircase back up to the main floor of the House of Knowledge. As you go up there, Stacy is excited, and she's got both paws on like the outer rims of the door space, blocking the way, and looks super excited to see Gurdis as the first one coming up the staircase.
Stacy, hold. Let us through.
Just looks at you and like cocks her head.
Get the fuck out of the way. No, I'm just kidding.
Stacy attacks.
Stacy,
Because
let
my
me through
mom,
the
I know
door.
it.
Stacy backs down, gets on the floor, and just kind of stands there. There's enough space that you guys kind of shuffle your way past her. Raakuna can't get through, but he gingerly pushes her out of the way with his good arm, and she just kind of looks at him. She doesn't really know anything about it. And you guys move on, and you're on the main floor now.
You know, something that I've forgotten about that we need to actually get rid of are these goblets that we all have. Each one of us has one silver goblet.
As you look in your stash, the goblet
Oh,
of yours is gone.
God damn it. Son of a...
Wait,
that
Fayanna's gone?
motherfucker.
Do I
Here,
still
have
a
mine.
goblet?
You're kidding me. Well, I no longer have a goblet, but the rest of you do.
Well,
That
I'm
man
giving
was
mine.
a
I'm
master
giving mine to
pickpocket.
you because I don't have a fucking sack
From now
to
on,
carry anything in.
I will be keeping an eye out for that specific dude, and I will murder him when I find him.
Oh my
I'll-
God.
I
I
will
will
action whenever
make
I see
him-
him. Eldritch Blast.
I will Eldritch Blast him until he is nothing but mush on the ground. Okay.
Oh, for a goblin.
Just wanted to make that clear. I will murder that fuck.
Okay. Don't yell at me.
Speaking of the DM.
Well, let's
Kidding.
get to a tavern quickly. This is
Not really.
I'm really starting to feel
Yeah.
disgusted.
In the background, you hear, "Oh, I like murder."
Oh my god.
Who likes murder?
I think it's Alabasta that just said he likes murder.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep fucking hearing him in my head, even though
Oh.
he's not here.
Oh, hang on. Now let me redo that. I really like murder.
That guy.
Is that Moto?
Yeah, it's
It's
motto.
motto.
It's motto.
Moto. Okay. What's
To
the
the end.
where's the nearest inn in the Protector's District?
Protector's
In-
Enclave.
The Protective Enclave is the northernmost part of the Moonstone, Mask.
Moonstone. Shit, that's far.
but I would say in relative closeness to where you're currently at, it would actually be the Driftwood Tavern or the Beached Leviathan.
Oh, we'll go through the Black Lake District, but I heard it's, I always.
Why don't we
remember-
just go back to Gordon's house?
Well, I want a
The
bath,
house
and I
is
don't,
abandoned
I don't
house.
believe that Gordon has like an outhouse built into his house, right? He doesn't really have a bathing place.
No, he has a bathhouse.
Okay, well, I'll go to the bathhouse.
When
to
Loxim
Gordon's
went
See, now-
downstairs,
now
you guys
she-
asked me what that room was, and I specified it was for bathing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I
didn't realize
fucking
it was for
pissed
bathing.
in it.
Yeah.
Hey, Isaac, nope, staying in here.
I just thought it was like a fucking hole. I thought it was just like a hole in the ground.
No.
There's-
Hey guys, I might just need to have to go because the kids are getting really rambunctious.
All right, we
Holy
tried to get
shit.
it out, so-
I silently follow the party, contemplating the day's events.
Okay. Let's say you guys make it back to Gordon Stout's house. You're bloody. Some of you are covered in vomit. Some of you are covered in blood. Some of you are covered in dirt. Some are covered in demon blood. People look at you in the streets and they really avoid you because your party smells god awful. And some of them look a little scared because they're wondering why the hell you're all covered in blood. Guards kind of trail behind you while you guys are walking, keeping an
I
eye
use
on you.
prestidigitation to clean each one of us off as time goes on
Okay.
as a cantrip, so I can do that.
Okay.
So we're all clean now.
Fayanna cleans you guys off as they're heading into Gordon Stout's. As the guards are kind of watching you, you dip around a corner for a few seconds. They can't see you, and as they walk around, they look at you, and you guys are all clean and normal. And they just kind of confusingly look at each other, like "What the fuck?" And they just kind of shuffle, keeping an eye on you as they're walking away. But they go back on their patrol.
I give a wink at one of the guards and keep walking.
The guard turns around and looks at you and points at himself and winks back.
Keep walking.
Okay.
Fayanna just keeps walking, and the guard looks sad, and the guard that's next to him pats him on the back, and it looks like he's reassuring him, and they just walk off.
To Gordon's for a long rest.
And you enter Gordon Stout's abandoned for sale home.
Let me guess, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning?
I'd say it's about 1 or 2.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go back to sleep on the fucking table again.
Loxim does a full front flip slam onto the table, almost knocking he actually flips the table over and hits the ground, and he's just passed out. He's asleep. He's a very heavy sleeper.
Okay.
I draw my bathing water or whatever I'm supposed to do. Probably go down by the river to get some water or something.
Down by the river.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
As you enter the bathhouse, there is a bucket of water,
Oh,
but the
it's
water
probably-
is greenish and filled with miscellaneous bugs.
All right, I'm dumping that water and I'm gonna go down by the river to collect some fresh.
I can't imagine that
buckets.
will help.
Probably not. If anything, it'd probably be worse.
What?
The river
The
water?
river. The city water.
filled with poop.
Oh, fecal matters in that.
I wonder what's the point of this bathhouse if I can't get any clean water. It's kind of weird.
Kind of abandoned.
Maybe I have to boil it.
Boil the poop water.
I gotta boil the water to clean it.
I mean, you don't necessarily know that the river's dirty. They're just saying that.
Okay, well I'm gonna go collect some river water and get my bath prepared.
Okay. She goes, gets water. What are you guys doing while she's gone?
Sleeping.
Yeah, Loxim's passed out. I know that. What's Raakuna and Fayanna doing?
I am very pissed off that I lost that silver goblet, and I'm going to burn the image of that dude's face in my mind, and I will utterly murder him the next time I see him.
Fayanna very angrily slams. You both get in chairs in the room with the bookcase and all that, and Fayanna just kind of huffs and slams into the chair, almost knocking it backwards a little bit. Puts one hand under her chin and just kind of stares off at the wall. Raakuna sits down and, trying to alleviate the mood a little bit, just begins to start playing one of his instruments.
Oh yeah.
Your nickel harp.
Yeah, I'm a nickel harper.
Gurdis returns with the water. It goes to the bath. Kind of looks at you guys, announces the fact that she's going to clean herself. Gets in, shrugs everything off, uses the water to clean herself. And that is where we'll end the session.
On the long rest.
Didn't say you were resting yet. You were resting.
You are definitely resting.
Did we level up by chance?
What do you think, Jared?
No.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did?
What?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we did level? Yay! Alright. I was tired of being level 2. Level 3, bitches.
I'm just kidding, you didn't.
Alright.